KYNTClinic.com.
So, you need a new vehicle. What's the best vehicle for you? Where do you get financing? What's your trade worth? Answer all these questions and more at BillionAuto.com. You can compare 16 new car brands and thousands of used vehicles, all in the palm of your hand at BillionAuto.com. Plus, estimate the trade value of your vehicle in 2 easy steps. It's car buying made easy. Apply for credit pre-approval at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted, not all approved.
FNBO is the great big small bank. And for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com. Member FDIC.
Hello. Here's to welcoming moments, big and small, embracing the unexpected, savoring life. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, ready for anything. We listen to your goals and help you achieve them with care and coverage. We'll move you forward through sickness and health and every milestone in between. Avera, moving health forward. Learn more at avera.org/forward.
All right, welcome back to Riverside Field, and we begin the High V pregame show. Usually in this situation, how we're treating this, Brayden, it would be for game 2 of the doubleheader. No, but it's for the championship game of the Kyle Mueller Classic, a rematch with JC Brager. Yankton fell to them in pool play yesterday, 2 days ago. Friday.
They're all the same day.
It's all one day. It's all.
We've been here the whole time. Thank you for joining us.
We've been sleeping on cots.
You got a cot?
Yeah, the KYNT cot.
I need to talk to my agent.
Your agent. We'll work on getting you a blanket, all right? No, but they've all blended together. But Yankton did fall to Lincoln Southeast in the Friday pool play, and then last year the championship game as well. So it's a rematch on 2 ends, and we'll see how it turns out. We've seen one thing from Lincoln Southeast, and you're going to hear us say Lincoln Southeast or J.C. Brager interchangeably. It's because J.C. Brager out of Lincoln Southeast, kind of one of those dual name teams or programs, but very talented team. We've seen that for years now.
We had one of those when we opened the season against Aberdeen. You know, Aberdeen, I forgot their post off the top of my head, so I apologize
24.
for that. Post 24. This is why you get paid the big bucks. Yeah. But Aberdeen Post 24, it also goes by Smitty's Legion. So it's one of those interchangeable names you find a lot in the summer season for baseball.
Yeah, with the Legion teams, that's just, like you just said, that's kind of something you see commonly. Even Yankton, you could call it just Yankton baseball. Yankton Post 12. Post 12. There's however you want to get all the ingredients into that title. That's all that matters. People know what you're talking about. As long as you don't say the Yankton Bucks, as we've gotten no dollars in the jar.
It hasn't happened today.
Yeah, except for me mentioning it now, but it hasn't happened, and it's every transition from spring into summer where it becomes an issue for the first couple games where you want to say the Yankton Bucks, and you're like, oh, never mind.
And it's I don't want to compare our plights right now because we're both in the same boat, but it's even a little more difficult for me when I've come from only saying the Bucks, never covering Legion baseball so far in my career. So it's definitely a swing of things, but Yankton Post 12 has been a lot of fun so far, and we got a great Kyle Mueller Classic Championship coming up between the two teams who have made it this far and have shown that they've beat pretty much everybody across these two pools.
Yeah, and this is the High V pregame show. High V, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Let's talk a little bit more about that matchup. We'll come back after this break. We'll have your vision of the game, your starting pitcher preview, and your vision leader, a.k.a. your key offensive player of the game, all around the corner here from Riverside Field.
Make sure your grass is always greener with a new John Deere mower from your local C&B. Big or small, let the experts at C&B help you find the mower or utility tractor that'll help you get the job done right. Stop in and check out the John Deere Z-Track mowers or take a load off with a new utility tractor with attachments available to help you with projects of all sizes. Go green this spring at C&B. Learn more about available offers at DeereEquipment.com. That's DEER equipment.com.
Whether it's to watch the game, eat out with family, or grab lunch with friends, Checkers Sports Bar and Grill is everyone's favorite place to eat. Checkers' menu has mouth-watering burgers, satisfying sandwiches and wraps, and of course, wings. With 18 specialty wing flavors, there's a sauce for everyone. Like to mix it up? Try their sauce of the month. Head to Checkers Tuesday to Thursday, 4 to 11, and Friday to Sunday, 11 to 11. On Walnut, just north of 4th Street in Yankton.
For work or play, JJ Benji's has got you covered.
JJ Benji's can help your company or business with the right look for employees.
Logoed clothing for casual Fridays, new employees, or daily wear.
The latest styles and materials. Give your team the look you want.
Speaking of team, if you watch the Bucks, Gazelles, or Lancers play,
JJ Benji's is filled with a variety of gear in stock.
For fans from infants to grandparents.
JJ Benji's, 201 Pine Street, Yankton.
For work or play, let JJ Benji's make you look good.
When I am looking for inspiration, I find it playing ukulele. Music inspires me to be bold and self-expressive. It teaches me how to turn life experiences into art and find new ways to connect with those around me. How do you show your imaginative side? Schedule your campus visit to Mount Marty University at showyourspiritmmu.com.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966, and with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
Throw another burger on the grill because barbecue season has arrived. It's up at the lake, out in the park, and right here in Yankton. Get the family together and head down to Lewis and Clark Lake to make the most of these summer days while they last. On your way, stop by Shop Easy, south of Yankton, for everything you need, from snacks to drinks to paper plates. Barbecue season, powered locally at Cenex. Shop Easy, owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation, is open 24 hours for your convenience.
Welcome in here, back on the High V pregame show on KYNT, KYNTV. We're going to the championship game of the Kyle Mueller Classic. Yankton, post-12, Legion Baseball against Sioux Falls, Lincoln Southeast. A lot of big cities in the area, as you know. Nebraska and South Dakota are metropolis states. Don't let anybody tell you different. I digress. Lincoln Southeast, J.C. Brager, whatever you want to call them, they come in as the only undefeated team left in this Kyle Mueller Classic. They are 5-0. Yankton 4-1. That one loss being to J.C. Brager. We go in to take a look at your vision of the game, your starting pitcher of the game, and your vision leader of the season. Start your vision of the game, brought to you by Vision Real Estate, where their focus is always on you. It's going to be to get the bats going early. When these two teams played earlier on in this tournament, Yankton was held to their lowest hit total so far in the Kyle Mueller Classic. They're going to need to get on base paths early because we've talked heavily about their aggressive base running being a key for them in scoring runs in a hurry. You can't run aggressively if you aren't on the bases to even run them in the first place. So getting hits at the plate early, drawing walks, working counts, trying to get on base by any means necessary so you can hopefully get some revenge against J.C. Brager, not only for your loss earlier in pool play this season, but your loss in the championship last year to the same team. Your starting pitcher of the game by Missouri River Associates. Looking for insurance agents that have the knowledge to point you in the right direction, contact Missouri River Associates in Yankton. Well, I guess we're going to start the game 2 the same way we started game 1. Bryce and I hypothesized the reasons why Mark Cottle was taken off the mound after 44 pitches in game 1, and Drew Lawrence is going to put him right back out there to start game number 2. Cottle has gone deep in games before. I believe he's thrown triple digits in pitches in the spring season, so he has plenty of gas left in the tank. So we'll take a look at his stats from game 1 that just concluded a few moments ago. 4 2/3 inning pitch, 44 pitches total, 3 strikeouts, and he shut out Elk Point Jefferson in that performance. He is your starting pitcher of the game, back-to-back games. We'll see how he shakes out on the mound. Obviously not expecting a full 7 innings from Cottle, seeing he's already thrown over 40 pitches, but we'll see who Drew Lawrence has in the bullpen when it eventually comes to that for Cottle on the mound. Lastly, your Vision Leader of the Season brought to you by Vision Care Associates. This is just your leading batter that we're taking a look at going into this game. Looking for the highest quality eye care with a personal touch? Call Vision Care Associates today to schedule eye evaluations for everyone or visit visioncareassociates.net. Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first. We're going to take a look at Matthew Sheldon. Went 2 for 3 in the last game. A pair of runs scored and a pair of RBIs, fresh off your offensive player of the game in that semifinal matchup. He's currently leading the team in total RBIs with 7. He's getting that batting average up as well, as it was under 200 at one point this season, now up over 200. He keeps climbing, and he keeps getting big hits in big situations, as it seems to come with runners on base in scoring position. He is your Vision Leader of the Season, Matthew Sheldon, the batter we're looking at going into this matchup. Should also mention your starting pitcher of the game was brought to you by Missouri River Associates. If you're looking for insurance agents that have the knowledge to point you in the right direction, contact Missouri River Associates in Yankton. We're closing in on first pitch of the championship game here in the Kyle Mueller Classic. We'll be back on KYNT, KYNTV in a couple of minutes with your starting lineups right here at Riverside Field.
When you need to be sure, make it Sureco. For over 40 years, Sureco has been revolutionizing the tarping industry. From the original Sherlock side-to-side roll tarp to the 4500 series electric tarp to the ProTrap electric hoppers, Sureco has been exceeding the needs of farms and fleets across the U.S. and beyond. When only the best will do, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us online at Sureco.com. Make it Sureco.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please pull forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Sports injuries can be the result of competitive activities, but can also happen by just participating in leisure activities too. If you're experiencing pain as the result of your chosen activity, consider chiropractic care. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. We have experienced chiropractors that work with sports injuries every day. Our treatment options are aimed to minimize pain, reduce recovery time, and reduce risk of future injuries. Visit First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
This sports season, keep your athlete hydrated with sparkling ice. Choose from a rainbow of colors and flavors, each sourced from nature with vitamins, antioxidants, and zero sugar. Sparkling ice. Tease your taste buds with tropical flavor. And rehydrate with Prime Hydration, the perfect combination of flavor and function, changing how you refresh, replenish, and refuel. With 5 awesome flavors and no added sugar, you're getting the taste you want without anything you don't. Prime Hydration, the perfect boost for every endeavor.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
At Ladwig Family Dental Care, we see patients from 1 to 101.
Come experience our gentle touch while you relax in our massage chairs and watch TV. Patients are loving our new digital scanner. No more ooey gooey gaggy impressions.
We'd love to meet you, and we're always accepting new patients. Call 665-2530 to make an appointment. Ladwig Family Dental Care, where we take care of the entire family.
Welcome back in here on the Hy-Vee pregame show on KYNT, KYNTV. We are live from Riverside Field just before the championship game of the Kyle Mueller Classic here in Yankton. J.C. Brager, Lincoln Southeast, use those names interchangeably all day, taking on Yankton Post 12 in this championship game. Going to be a little bit longer before we get starting lineups. We're still compiling those, so let's take a look back at the today's action as a whole, the championship Sunday of events. Yankton just took an 8-0 victory over Elk Point Jefferson, and that one ended after 5 innings. Mark Cottle got the start on the mound in that one. He will start on the mound in the second game as well, trying to keep that momentum going from Game 1 to Game 2 today for head coach Drew Lawrence and Yankton Post 12. And the other game that happened today, J.C. Brager took a 4-1 victory over Norfolk. That was in the first game this morning. So Brager's got a little bit of time off to rest, recuperate, replenish, however you want to call it, for this game. We have an extended break right now between games as well, so Yankton can get a similar bit of a break as they just won 8-0 over Elk Point Jefferson. It's Championship Sunday here at the Kyle Mueller Classic. These two teams were the top 2 teams in the Yankton pool. Brager went undefeated in pool play, 4-0. Yankton went 3-1, their only loss to J.C. Brager. It's a revenge game for Yankton. We'll see how it all shakes out here at Riverside Field. We'll come back again in a couple of minutes, hopefully with your finalized starting lineups for this championship game between J.C. Brager and Yankton Post 12. Back in a little bit here on KYNT, KYNTV, live from Riverside Field.
Looking left the entire way. Feed route wide open. Carter Bell. Touchdown, South Dakota. And the Coyotes extend the lead.
Be a part of the fun inside the Dakota Dome this fall. South Dakota football season tickets are available now. The Coyotes' 6-game home schedule opens September 9th against St. Thomas and includes games against rivals South Dakota State and North Dakota. Season ticket packages are the best value and are available at goyotes.com. We are South Dakota.
I'm Lenny, and I've worked at Hedro since 2013. Some say hydro, but it's Hedro. Simply put, we bring aluminum to life by shaping it into the things the world needs. We're global and in over 40 countries. There are 23 plant locations in the U.S., and Yankton is the second largest. This means a career at Hedro is strong and promising, with a great chance to move up or move around. Be a part of a bigger story, a story shaped by you. Jobs.hedro.com.
Do you really think it's a good idea to buy insurance off the internet? After all, it is insurance. It's not a commodity like a toaster. It's a contract to protect what you value most: your home, your car, your business, your health, and even your life. You need a professional, in-person agent to make sure you have the right coverage to fit your family's needs. Schedule an appointment with us today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Attention homeowners, if you've been on the fence about selling, I'd love the opportunity to visit with you. With low inventory, now would be a good time. Call me, Deb Speck at Vision Real Estate. I'll provide you with a free market analysis and a no-pressure approach. Call me at 605-664-5555 to find out if now is the right time to make a move.
Owning your own home or business is more than walls, floors, and a roof. It's what's inside that matters most. Protect your assets, your cherished keepsakes, and your family with a home security system professionally installed by Yankton Computer and Network Services. They have the devices and expert technicians to help you protect what matters most. Call Yankton Computer and Network Services 664-2222 or stop at 1901 Broadway.
Want to keep Yankton local businesses thriving? Buy Yankton Thrive Bucks gift cards. I'm Nancy Winandy, CEO of Yankton Thrive. Our Thrive Bucks gift cards are great for any occasion, and they make sure your dollars are being spent here in Yankton. The gift cards are sponsored by Kopetsky's Ace, but you can use them at 30 different locations here in Yankton. And they come in a variety of amounts, from $5 to $500. See the list of locations and buy them online at yanktonsd.com or stop by the Yankton Thrive office.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. We have your starting lineups officially for this game, the championship game of the Kyle Mueller Classic. Starting lineups brought to you by First Chiropractic Center, making life better, one adjustment at a time. Yankton classified as the road team once again. They will be batting first, and it's going to read like a broken record. Not only is Mark Cottle returning to the mound for Game 2, the entire starting lineup for the batters is the same as well. Mac Reichen will be batting leadoff, followed by Rugby Reichen, Lucas Kamshoff in the 3-hole, Matthew Sheldon, the cleanup man, Drew Reichen batting 5th, Cody Oswald 6th, Jace McCorkle 7th, Josh Sheldon 8th, and Isaiah Skelhaas batting 9th. Looking at the lineup out in the field for Lincoln Southeast. Starting out in the outfield, left field will be played by Philip Rushman, center field Devin Lawler, right field Will Flaggy, who we saw on the mound in Game 1 between these two teams. Around the horn, inside the diamond, third base, Owen Baxter. Shortstop, Sawyer Bukowski. Second base, Gavin Kloss. First base, Mitt Lashley. Your battery for this game, Greg Frederick behind the plate playing catcher. And on the mound, Colton Horn. We're ready and excited to go here between these two squads. There's a meeting at the plate right now between the head coaches for both these teams. Be an exciting one. Championship Sunday. I'm a little ashamed I didn't wear a red polo. Oh, everybody knows Championship Sunday for Tiger, but I digress.
We should start making that a thing now.
I wore the red polo yesterday.
I asked Tiger. He said it was cool with it. So
you and Tiger are chill like that?
We're pretty tight. I don't even golf.
Golf. Me and Tiger Woods are pretty chill. Closest I've got to Tiger Woods is I used to play the PGA video games back in the day. I guess they started making those again, but I still haven't bought one.
I haven't had a PlayStation for you actually bought my PlayStation from me, my older one. Yeah,
that was was it Christmas, birthday, or about when did I buy that from you? Was it in the winter or was it in the fall?
Yes.
If it was in the fall, it was a birthday present. If it was in the winter, it was a Christmas present. Either way, it was in the fall. It was a birthday present. It was for my girlfriend, and she likes it very much, so thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate your monetary compensation that I received.
You receive money. I receive another day of happy wife, happy life. And she's not my wife yet. That's not like an announcement to any of my family listening.
Breaking news here from Riverside Field.
I can't afford that.
Is this how you're going to ask her?
I can't. No, I can't afford that. Jewelry's expensive, my man.
Oh, I'm very well aware.
You've been there, you know. Once again, congratulations on 5 years.
Yes, happy 5-year anniversary to my beautiful bride, Katie Ladwig. And she's in Minneapolis with the 2 little ones currently, but I'm excited for her to be back in town. She knew I had the Kyle Mueller Classic, so priorities, As she, Kirby is living her best life out there right now. Our two-year-old daughter went to the aquarium. And so the thing about it, Brayden, real quick, Kirby, her entire lifetime, has slept in the car maybe 4 times, right? And we're talking, we can never get her to go to sleep. Just on this trip alone, I've received 3 pictures from my wife in the driveway at my mother-in-law's house with Kirby passed out. So that's happened. But to baseball we go. Happy anniversary to Katie.
It's a hard life being a toddler, all right?
It's very tough. But baseball ahead of us here. And on the mound, Colton Horn. As you had mentioned, Brayden. And we always say this, but it's truer than ever. It has been so far. I'm expecting a really good game here. Yankton looking to exact some revenge from the last couple seasons, but also in pool play earlier on Friday. We Mac Reichen starting things out. Again, also weird that Yankton is the away team. But we'll get used to it.
We'll get used to it. By the time we get used to it, they'll go back to being the home team. So just throw me off again.
And Mac Reichen, first pitch, misses a bit high, 1-0 count. Mac Reichen enters today's action prior to the last game, so we don't have it up to date as of including the last game, but entering a 2.11 average on the season. Has a 2-0 count at the plate currently. Horn delivers, breaking ball misses high in, 3-0 count to Mac Reichen.
Reichen did have a tough game last game as well as he went 0 for 3, a couple ground outs and a line out.
He does lead the team, I'm pretty sure, in the hardest hit balls to position players. That's my way of saying he can't catch a break the last few days.
It has been exactly that. He had a well-hit ball in the 3rd inning of last game that was gloved by the first baseman who made a great stretch and play at first. So.
And draws a walk, ducks out of the way. Mac Reichen is a lead base runner for post 12. And now it is Rugby Riken stepping to the plate.
Get on base by any means necessary, and then you can make some magic while you're there. Riken, good to see him back on base. Just he's a great base runner as well. He was top 3 on the team in stolen bases. Speaking of Rikens, Rugby now up at the plate, win 2 for 3 in the first game, pair of singles and an RBI.
Very aggressive base running is the name of the game for this post 12 team. Mac Riken takes off, and ball in the dirt is blocked, but not in time as Mac Riken will slide into second safely with a stolen base. And I don't remember if he had a stolen base the last game or not, but that is his 5th on the season. My memory is about not good.
We've all been there, man.
Sometimes. Just ask my wife. Again, happy anniversary to Katie.
But to my memory, Mac Riken did not have a steal in the first game.
Mac Riken scared back to his bag there, and I will start to lead off again. No pitch to Rugby so far as Horn gets ready. Our live stats are showing Jack Harris on the mound, as you will see that as well. That's not what I have on the roster.
Yeah, when we were given the starting lineups, it said Colton Horn would be the starter, and that is number 3 for Horn on the mound. I know that Harris was listed as the he was the first name on the sub sheet, so probably the first man off the bench if they need to make some changes.
As number 11 is Jack Harris on the roster.
I think we have it right. That's Horn on the mound.
Okay, so game changer must be different. 1-1-2 count to Rugby Riken, regardless. And breaking ball goes behind him. As you hear the chirping from both dugouts.
I think that's
one of my favorite parts about this job.
I think that one was mainly the Yankton dugout, to be honest. You know, overreacting to a pitch on the inside that went behind Riken.
That Rugby didn't even move out of the way out of.
He stood there like a statue. Well, if he bends back, he would have bent into it, and then, you know, you can make the call that if he leans into it, it doesn't really count as a hit by pitch. So just stand in there. If it hits you, you get a bag. It wasn't a fastball from Horn, so it would have been one of the better ones to get hit by if there's such a thing.
And Horn sets the 2-2 and step back to get Mac. Sends it back to the bag. Two chopper toward left side, charging Baxter. The throw across is in time, but Mac Riken does advance to third. So they'll bring up Lucas Kamshoff, the powerful bat, with a runner 90 feet from home.
Kamshoff had a good game 1, a single and a double and a pair of RBIs. He went 2 for 3. That 2 RBI double really kicked off that 5th inning where they put 5 runs across as well.
And if they bring in the fences here at Riverside in 5 feet, Yankton has about 5 home runs between the spring and summer.
If they put the fences on, like, the other side of the warning track.
Yep. It's pretty much how it's gone so far. The 1-0. Ball missed low and in the dirt. Makes count 2-0. Misses outside.
Or even if they lower him a little bit. You know, we go to the first crossbar instead of the second high one.
Who needs fences is what I'm saying. Let it roll out to the river.
If it rolls to the river, you get 2 runs.
Yep. And Kamshoff takes the ball high. 3-0 count. They should start adding that. Add another line of fence. And if you go over that one, double. Double however many runs are scored. And a 3-0 from Horn. And a very late strike call called on Kamshoff. So he was about 3 feet down the line, comes back, and has a 3-1 count. Horn delivers. Strike call on the outside, brings the count full. Payoff pitch, swinging through Lucas Kamshoff. As he set down on strikes. That's 2 outs for Yankton. Brings up Matthew Sheldon. Yankton running back this lineup fully.
Oh, it worked out for him in game 1, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Delayed strike and taking off for home is Mac Reichen. He steals home. It's a Mac attack here at Riverside Field. Yankton takes the first run, leading 1-0.
And you see head coach Drew Lawrence in the third base coaching box just pacing back and forth with his arms behind his back. Like, yep, exactly how we drew that one up. Great call by me. Great run by Mac. We're on the board. Let's go.
Although, we joke, but I guarantee he had the green light to Mac and said, hey, if anything does get by, Coach Drew Lawrence, the first thing I think about with Coach Drew Lawrence is that aggressive base running, and he just wants to throw teams off. And, we say that in jest, but neither of us are putting it past him.
It reminds me, if you've ever seen the movie Cars, there's a scene in there where two of the cars are staring at a light that just keeps blinking yellow. It's like it never changes, man. Same thing for Yankton, but it's just always green.
Sheldon lifts this one foul and out of play. Foul balls are brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. You don't want the crack of the bat to end in the crack of your windshield and not have adequate insurance coverage. Let Midwest Insurance find the right coverage for your vehicles. And the 0-2 to Sheldon. Sheldon hits this one hard up the middle, but right into the glove of Klaus over at second base. So line out to second baseman. That will end the Yankton at bat. No hits, 1 run, and no one left on. We enter the bottom of inning number 1 here on KYNT, KYNTV. Yankton leading 1-0.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MTRC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. MTRCSmithInsurance.com.
Vision Care Associates provides the latest in technology, Optimap laser imaging. Optimap allows for a great exam of your eyes without dilating drops. Our doctors are able to show you what the actual inside of your eye looks like during your exam. Having images of your eyes each year means that problems are caught early, and no dilating drops is a big benefit as well.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
And we'll go back to Riverside Field. I was just watching that steal home from Mac Reichen on our KYNTV live stream, Brayden, and it is just as impressive as we think it is. As it happens in real time, sometimes you just need to look back and look at it from a different perspective, and that was very impressive.
Yeah, very good play from Reichen. Very good heads-up play, and still not officially on the board out in center field, but everybody called him safe, so maybe there's just a miscommunication right now.
Yeah, as the ball spiked by Mark Cottle on the mound for a Yankton 1-1 count at the plate. Gavin Klaus.
If you want to be technical, Cottle's going into his 5th inning of work on the day, but first of this game, obviously opening up, started both games so far in Championship Sunday.
Have we heard a pronouncer? Is it Klaus or Klaus? Not sure. And 2-hop over to Drew Reichen and has to throw off of his back foot, just not in time. Great throw by Drew Reichen, but he was deep in the shortstop area. It was going to be a tough throw, and runner is safe.
And the way he fell down, too, as he was throwing it, that was all upper body to get it across the diamond. It's still only 1 hop to Sheldon. To answer your question, though, on Klaus, I haven't heard an official pronunciation, but judging by how it's spelled in my previous knowledge, which is un poco, so to speak, Klaus is how I've seen that pronounced before.
All right, so Klaus leads off first. That's what we're going to go with for now. And ball in the dirt and away. Count is now 1-0. As we're getting things figured out. And throw over to Mark Cottle. And gets him back in safely. I just heard our rejoin music.
Is somebody in the stands watching our stream?
We're listening, yeah. Hi.
Hi.
And the 2-1 count.
If you are, we extend the hot dog offer.
Someone bring me a hot dog.
Please and thank you.
All right, count at the plate, 1-1. Mark Cottle, as you said, entering technically his 5th inning of work today, and he hasn't sat that long, so I guess you could just look at it as a prolonged Breaky did get a reliever in, did not finish that last game, but I'm pretty sure that was strategic by Coach Drew Lawrence, just wanted to make sure he saved his arm. That was the plan going in.
Or if they set that hard limit at about 40 pitches and then they just let Cottle finish that batter that he had once he eclipsed that mark.
And the 1-1 misses high. It's a 2-1 count. There's Josh Sheldon coming in from third, go to the third of the way down the baseline.
Yeah, Lawler's shown bunt a couple times, so it's a smart play by Sheldon to scoot up a little bit.
Cottle checks and showing bunt again is Lawler. Pulls it back. Ball misses low and away. 3-1 count.
This is what we've seen from Lincoln Southeast all tournament long, is being content just trying to play old school baseball, move runners station to station, get them around the pads in any way necessary.
Showing a bunt again and missing on the outside. Lawler will take his bag, so J.C. Brager has 2 runners on here in the bottom of inning at number 1. Still no one away. Now bring up Owen Baxter. Left-handed hitter for J.C. Brager. As we hear those number combinations shouted out, the system that J.C. Brager uses.
Very similar to a fast-paced offense in football using those armbands.
And a strike call on the outside. Cottle got the edge he wanted. McCorkle, nice job bringing it back in.
You know, every team has a method of telling their players what they want them to do. I know Yankton's more old school. The hand signals, the arm signals go down the arm, across the chest, tickle the nose.
Showing a bunt. Baxter and fouls it off. 0-2 count.
I always loved that back in the day when I played Little League. We only had one that meant anything. It was the tip of the cap, and that meant steal. Everything else was just for show. We did not have any play calls.
When I was playing Little League, the only thing is like, try to make contact with the ball. So the 0-2, Mark Cottle. And hit hard out toward right center. Cody Oswald backing up on his back foot. Does glove it. Runner trying to advance from second to third. Look at that cannon go toward third, just off to the right a bit. So runners at the corners for J.C. Brager. And so the job is done. The runner advances.
You know, great play out in center. Cody Oswald, once again, showing the reaction time. As soon as that one came off the bat, I was looking up. He was already running. So he caught that off the bat before I even did. And he was able to track it down quick, fast, and in a hurry. Good arm once again. Obviously just pulled Josh Sheldon a little off the third base bag.
Brings up Philip Rushman, the powerful bat. And his this one hard out toward left, and Rugby converges under it, gloves it, but that will be deep enough to bring in a run, a sac fly for Philip Rushman. And J.C. Brager on the board will knot it up at 1. I don't know what it is about the Kyle Mueller Classic so far this week, but every ball that's been off the bat, I'm thinking it's going into the river. Just has that sound to it this weekend.
I don't know if there's something in the atmosphere where the sound's reverberating more or what, but I hear you on that. There's been a few times you can hear through the middle innings where I go, that one's hit hard out to right field. Never mind, it's shallow right.
Yep. Runner takes off after a called strike. And nice throw from McCorkle down. Mac Reichen covers the bag, but they're going to say Lawler safe in, taking that bag over at second. Now another runner in scoring position for J.C. Brager.
Outside of Yankton, I think Brager's been the most aggressive team on the base paths during this Classic.
I would have to agree. 0-1 count as Cottle in the far inner portion of the rubber delivers in the dirt. Nice block by McCorkle. Prevents the runner from advancing. That's our block of the game, brought to you by H&R Block. Open year-round, providing bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services. Call 665-3366. The 1-1. Cottle flexing the glove and delivers. Hit off of Cottle on the mound, and Mac Reichen will charge. He won't get there in time. It is a live ball, but no one cares about that at the moment, as Cottle was hit presumably either in the arm, Brayden, or right in the ribs.
I believe the way he went down and kind of held that right arm, it caught him maybe in the back of the elbow, just above it, near the tricep area, or as you mentioned, the ribs as well. Either way, not a place you want to get hit, and that ball had a lot of heat on it off the bat.
And so a run does come in for J.C. Brager. Obviously, that's not the concern, but just updating you. And so that will be an infield single for Fleeg. An RBI single as they are checking on Mark Hoddle, seeing if he can still pitch and just overall if he's okay. I mean, he's walking around, so I'm not trying to scare anyone. He was hit hard, though.
Yeah, right off the arm, he's moving it around. So I know he's feeling in it and everything else. It's hard to take a ball like that. Mark Hoddle throws pretty hard, all things considered, and you had that coming off of an aluminum bat right back at him. Had a lot of velocity coming at him on the mound.
Wishing him the best. Obviously, this is a mound visit, and it's brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break, looking for a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. We'll take a break. We'll come back here to Riverside Field. J.C. Brager leading Yankton 2-1 at the bottom of the first.
You feel awful. Stuffy nose, then runny nose, the sniffles too. You don't know what to take to make yourself feel better. This is Michael with Yankton Rexall. When you feel under the weather, you want relief. But there are a lot of over-the-counter choices. Some may even interfere with daily medications you're taking. At Yankton Rexall, our staff is here to help you make the best choice for your health. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. We have a pitching change on the mound. It looks like that's going to do it for Mark Hoddle here. Same pitching combination we saw in Game 1. Christian Weir is going to come in his place. Threw only 6 pitches in the first game in relief. 1 strikeout. Didn't factor in the decision, but he shut down that game in the 5th inning. As for Hoddle, if that is the end of his day, only threw 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 2 hits, 2 runs, and obviously leaving the game with potential injury there, taking that one off of the arm.
Pitching changes brought to you by Conklin Distributing. It's time to rehydrate with Prime Hydration, the perfect combination of flavor and function. Changing how you refresh, replenish, and refuel with 5 awesome flavors and no added sugar. You're getting the taste you want without anything you don't. Prime Hydration, the perfect boost for every endeavor. I want to thank a couple of our sportscaster partners, and amongst them, Aztec. Aztec of Yankton was founded on innovation and a passion to help their customers. They live in the core values every day. Right now, they're offering a healthy sign-on bonus and great benefits. Build your career with a group that's built to connect from rock to road. Stop by for a walk and interview or click careers at aztecindustries.com. And Midwest Insurance Agency, a local independent insurance agency offering insurance from a local South Dakota company, DeSmet Farm Mutual. Midwest Insurance Agency is located just east of the Yankton Bowl, and One Office Solution, the one source for all your office products, including copiers, furniture, and office supplies. One Office Solution is located next to Pizza Ranch on Broadway in Yankton. All right, back to the action here. Again, Mark Hoddle takes a comebacker on the mound, and Christian Weir into the action. Second time today for him. Coming back in. And it is Mitt Lashley at the plate. The runner on first for J.C. Brager, leading Yankton 2-1.
Lashley got the win on the mound in J.C. Brager's first game of the day.
And it's a hopper over to Drew Reichen, underhand to Matt, get the lead runner. So a 6-4 putout ends J.C. Brager's at-bat, but 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 runner left on. We'll be back at the top of inning number 2. Again, I want to thank a few of our sportscaster partners. And thank you for joining us on KYNTV. If you enjoy the product and may want to become involved, KYNTV is always looking for part-time paid help behind the scenes. No experience necessary. Flexible scheduling and the opportunity to watch games from a whole new perspective. Email me at bryce@riverfrontradios.com. That's BRYCE at riverfrontradios.com to learn more about any opportunities. No matter your age, gender, or sports knowledge, I'd love to talk to you about joining Yankton's home stream, KYNTV. Also, thanks to Buell's Cleaners. For rugs, uniforms, linens, and other cleaning services, go to Buell's in downtown Yankton. And the Fox Stop. For all your daily convenience and fuel needs, make a stop at the Fox Stop. And Yankton Computer Network Services. For your complete personal and business computer solutions, rely on Yankton Computer Network Services. Wishing the best of luck to the Yankton Post-12 Legion Baseball team this season. We'll be back in 30 seconds from Riverside Field.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh combines the speedy service of a convenience store with the surprising selection of the fresh foods and ready-to-eat meals you expect from Hy-Vee. While you fill up your gas tank, you can grab grocery staples including fresh produce and fresh bakery items too, or grab fresh meals or snacks. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
Welcome back to the action here at Riverside Field. J.C. Brayer leading Yankton 2-1 in the championship game of the Kyle Mueller Classic. Drew Reichen at the plate for Yankton.
Reichen coming off, could be considered his coldest game of the Classic so far. He's been very hot to start, but 0 for 3 in this morning's this early afternoon action.
Has a 1-1 count. Pitch is called striking the outside edge. And delivers. Breaking ball hit hard toward third baseman. It's a one-hopper. Throw across the diamond in time. A 5-3 putout.
Another hard hit ball that ends up right at one of the position players in the infield.
Yeah, it's been happening to Yankton a lot, especially we always bring it up with Mac Reichen, but it's happened to other players in this team as well. Hard hit, hard place balls, just exactly where a fielder might be. As Cody Oswald steps to the plate, looking to give the Yankton a little bit of a jolt here as he sends this one fouling out of play and out of the stadium. That's brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. You don't want the crack of the bat to end in the crack of your windshield and not have adequate insurance coverage. Let Midwest Insurance find the right coverage for your vehicles. Warren delivers, and breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-2.
Oswald in an action early today had a pair of RBI. Didn't get recorded hit in the game, but one RBI come off an error, one on a sac fly.
Here's the 0-2. Ball misses outside, and it's got 1-2.
Thinking back to what you said about a lot of players on this team where it feels like they just have hard hit balls right at position players. Another name that comes to mind is Josh Sheldon, who will be coming up shortly.
And there you go. Yankton catches a break. Cody Oswald rips one down the first baseline, gets by the first base, and digging for two. Look at him run, and he's in there with a stand-up double. Man, we just witnessed the afterburners get turned on rounding first. I saw some smoke, maybe some flames, Brayden, as Cody Oswald reaches second safely.
I think he went around the bases faster than that plane that just went by.
Maybe we should have them race.
Shouldn't put me out there, that's for sure.
And Jason McCorkle steps to the plate for Yankton. The tie and run in scoring position, leading off second.
McCorkle earlier on today recorded an RBI in that fifth inning, that big fifth inning for Yankton. Also reached on a walk earlier on. All that coming in first game of today on Championship Sunday, or Yankton's first game of today.
And McCorkle steps out temporarily, steps back in. Try this again. Oswald almost picked off second. And I mean, Brayden, almost.
It's the second time today. That's the second time today I've seen that man make a matrix move back to second base and avoid a tag.
Ball in the dirt, gets by the catcher, and Cody Oswald rounds third. Do you think Cody Oswald might try to up Mac Reichen and steal while the pitch is in the air?
You think he moved faster than a thrown ball? That is faster than a speeding bullet right there.
Yep. So Cody Oswald leading off of third. One away, top of inning number 2. McCorkle at the plate. Hits this one out toward left center, and it will not get down. It'll be gloved by the center fielder, but Cody Oswald doesn't need much room. He'll come in to score. We're knotted up at 2 apiece. As Oswald avoids a collision near first home plate there. But a sac RBI for Jace McCorkle. And that brings up Josh Sheldon. No one on base, but we are again knotted at 2. The rivalry, the interstate rivalry between these two teams has grown over the years, especially meeting up in the championship game of this classic. And we know how talented J.C. Brager is as a unit, and Yankton really wants to win the Cal Mueller Classic at home. It's just a really nice, healthy rivalry is what I'm saying, Brayden.
You know, these two teams, they've seen each other a lot in this Classic and other places throughout travel seasons over the summer, so it's definitely nice to see a little brewing rivalry.
0-1, one hopper to third for Josh Sheldon. He is thrown out as a 5-3 put out. Ends the Yankton at bat, but they do knot things up. 1 run on 1 hit and no one left on. We'll thank a few of our sportscaster partners. After the next half inning, we'll go to the bottom half here at Riverside Field.
Gift cards are great things to give as gifts. But when someone tells you you need to use a gift card to pay for something you owe, like utilities, taxes, and other fees, red flags should go off, and it should cause you to stop and think. Most legitimate companies will never tell you to pay with a gift card. Before you go to purchase these gift cards, please call Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986 and let them check things out for you so you're not out of your hard-earned money.
Truxedo, a real truck company, has new job opportunities for you. We are searching for motivated candidates to fill a variety of roles, including production roles on our weekday and weekend shifts, as well as an industrial engineer, shipping clerk, and receiving supervisor. Truxedo offers a positive and team-oriented environment with many perks and benefits. Come seek the new opportunities Truxedo has for you. Visit realtruck.com/careers for more information and to apply.
All right, bottom of inning number 2, and Brayden, you could tell when I was sending it to break that I'm a little confused still about Yankton being the away team. It's really throwing me off, threw a little bit of a curve.
Yeah, used to them batting in the bottom half of the innings, and that's where usually like to go to break and thank some of our Sportscaster Club members, and we always appreciate them supporting us and making sure we can do what we can do here on the radio. But no, it's definitely a little bit of a curveball, so to speak.
I see what we did there. And Christian Weir sends it home, and it's a single out to right field, and that was Jackson Volpe. And that brings up Gage Frederick.
Yeah, Volpe, designated hitter today for Southeast Lincoln.
Going through a little bit of a sneezing fit over here.
Yeah, that happens to the best of them, man. I tell you what, if you get some of the pollen and stuff in the air, you got the slightest sniff of allergies, and it can be tough summer months.
Was it Friday that all that cotton was in the air?
Yeah. Whatever it was. It's not as round as much today, but
it was like snowing that day.
It was snowing in June. I almost said July. We're not there yet.
We need to get it together. So pitch on the outside, 1-0 to Gage Frederick, the catcher for J.C. Brager. Runner on first. Christian Weir delivers. And a bunt shown foul. He's got to 1-1. Yeah, Weir came in to relieve Mark Cottle in the last game, the 8-0 victory over, I almost said Vermilion, over Elk Point Jefferson.
In your defense, there was an 8-0 victory over Vermilion.
And that's why, Classic. Yeah, that's why. See, the memory I do have has betrayed me. And the 1-1. Well, misses high. It's a 2-1 count.
Now, Weir came in and faced the last batter of that game. As look back to our score sheet from last time, he only threw 6 pitches and struck that batter out in that to close out that game.
No, but a big spot for Weir here as he was brought in to kind of save some arms for the Legion 12's usual pitching staff, and big spot here, and he's held his own. And I do like what you were talking about with his arm slot. It kind of gives something different look to the hitters, kind of from that 3/4 almost sidearm slot.
He's it definitely throws off the timing of hitters. Seeing that ball come from a different position, it's harder to pick it up right away. And if you can't pick it up right away, it's harder to get the bat around on it.
And they're kind of sitting at 2-2 to Gage Frederick. Again, runner at first. He checks and delivers. Pitch just misses outside, bringing the count full.
One thing I do love, Bryce, is that when I talk to you about stuff like this, I am like moving my arm to where about Weir has it when he releases. Nobody can see us. But I still
and I wasn't
feel
even
the
looking
need,
at you either.
But I still feel the need. I know, because I'm looking at you right now.
And I'm just looking at the action.
Well, you're the play-by-play guy. You got it.
And the payoff pitch gets him swinging, throw down, trying to get Volpe And another great throw by Jason McCork. A little too late as Volpe had a nice jump on it, but there's a strikeout for Christian Weir.
2 of the 3 batters he's faced today have been sat down on strikes now. Of course, that's the first strikeout of this game.
And we never really went over Mark Cottle's final pitching stats. Pitched 2/3 of an inning and threw 15 pitches and gave up 2 runs, both earned, and that was his very short day on the mound. As Weir has come in and has a strike on his next hitter, Sawyer Bukowski.
Yeah, I think one of those runs, too, came on the play where he was hit by that pitch. So that's another thing to keep in mind, where in the confusion of that play, that's how the second run came across.
And breaking ball lifted out toward center. Cody Oswald charges in, and we'll have runners at the corners as a base hit for Bukowski. We'll set up the top of the order again, and that'll be Gavin Klaus. Wait. No. Okay, did you just hear what I heard too?
Yes, I did, but I believe it was just a mistake.
Okay.
Because that is Klaus at the plate.
Okay. Okay.
There we go. They
Oh, that wasn't me. That wasn't me getting on anybody, because we already had the confusion about the names. So I was like, wait, what else did we have different? But it is Gavin Klaus at the plate. He singled in his first at bat.
No, it's. Honestly, everybody makes mistakes. How many names have I messed up this classic?
43.
I don't think it's been that many, all right? If I messed up 43, I don't think I'd be in here on Sunday.
And runners at the corners, 1 away, bottom of inning number 2. Weir delivers to Klaus and misses low and away, 1-0. 2-0, rather.
Players all checking their play bands.
I was checking mine. I'm not even wearing one. Has that affected Brayden? Runner goes and is a chopper right where Mac Reichen was. He goes back for the ball and gets the sure out, but a run does come across. And now J.C. Brager leads 3-2.
Almost a perfectly executed hit and run there, because it got Mac Reichen going to cover second. If that is pushed a little more to the right, that is easily into right field for a single, and that runner on second might be on third right now. But, you can't play the what-if game.
So Klaus credited with an RBI. And again, it's a 3-2 ball game. J.C. Brager leads. Devin Lawler at the plate. He walked his last at-bat and start things off with the ball, 1-0. Weir checks the runner over at second and delivers. And this one is lifted high, shallow, left center. Working his way under it. Drew Reichen gloves it for the third out. But no damage is done. A run does come across, so 1 run on 2 hits and 1 runner left on base for J.C. Brager. We'll enter the top of inning number 3. I want to thank a few of our sportscaster partners, including Pizza Ranch. For legendary chicken and the best pizza, it's Yankton Pizza Ranch. It's on Broadway, or you can call 665-1222. State Farm, Roy Wilcox. Roy Wilcox with State Farm Insurance is helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, he'll help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Roy Wilcox, State Farm, supports Yankton Post 12 Legion Baseball. And Sherco, a proud supporter of Post 12 Legion Baseball. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco. And Floor Tech. Whether your home or floor is wet, call Floor Tech, 665-4839. Stockman's Motorsports, your local Polaris dealer with a full lineup of Rangers and Sportsmans ready to get you in the fields, in the woods, wherever you like to go. Stockman's Motorsports is a proud supporter of all area students and athletes. And finally, Northtown Automotive, your local Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. Visit NorthtownUSA.com. 3-2 J.C. Brager entering the top of inning number 3. Back in 30 seconds.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
3-2 JC Brager entering the top of inning number 3, turning over play-by-play to the man, the myth, the Brayden Butler. Go ahead, Brayden.
One of those is true. I am a man. I am not mythical. I am right here. But Isaiah Skellhouse is at the plate. Went 2 for 2 in game 1. Thank you, by the way, Bryce. First pitch to him is a strike. As we get going here in the top of inning number 3, it's a 3-2 ball game. Brager leading over Yankton. Second pitch in there for a strike as well, so it's 0-2 count now to Skellhouse. Pair of singles and pair of runs scored for Skelly in game 1. Gets caught looking there as that one bends and clips the inside part of the plate. 3-pitch strikeout for Colton Horn on the mound, and that brings up top of the order Mac Reichen. Reichen started the game with a walk and then stole home later on in the first inning. It was the first run of this ball game.
In my scorebook, I just put a smiley face.
It's the new accepted symbol for stole home. This one hot grounder to third, fires across the diamond, gets there just in the nick of time. Reichen is out at first. Good glove and good throw over from third base for J.C. Brager, as that is Philip, or excuse me.
Next to the plate.
That is Owen Baxter. Brings up Rugby Reichen, grounded out in his first at-bat.
2-3 nonetheless. That's been a very busy part of the infield for J.C. Brager in this game.
And Owen Baxter's definitely been getting his cardio in over there, chasing some of the hard-hit grounders that have been sent his way.
4 of them this game, I just counted.
Every ground out so far has gone to third.
Let's mix it up a bit, guys.
Mix it up a little bit. Rugby Reichen still standing in here. 2 down here in the inning. He takes a swing of that one, sends it on a line out to center field, but it's a lazy fly to the center fielder. It's gloved, and that will do it for the top of inning number 3. 3 up, 3 down. There's no hits, no runs, no runners left on base for Yankton. We'll be back at Riverside Field in 60 seconds on KYNT, KYNTV.
First Dakota National Bank has been paving financial futures since 1872. But when it comes to supporting a community, it takes more than experience. Financial planning takes a personal touch, which is why we offer a wide range of customizable options for personal, business, and ag banking. We've been doing banking longer than anyone else, but we're first because our goals have never changed. Helping local communities plan and reach their financial success has and always will be what we're here for. Member FDIC.
Did you know Yankton Medical Clinic offers same-day appointments in primary care? If you need an appointment in pediatrics or family medicine, under most circumstances, we can get you in the same day. No need to wait. Regardless of who you see at Yankton Medical Clinic, your medical history is all in one chart, allowing our physicians to work together to make sure you get complete, family-centered care whenever you need it. Learn more at yanktonmedicalclinic.com. So much care, so close to home.
Hey, catch my breath. A little bit of a ha-ha funny moment during the break, but I digress.
Don't lie, you went to go chase down a foul ball for $1.
No, I would be breathing so much heavier if I actually ran after a foul ball for $1.
I'd pass out.
I wouldn't get there in time.
I'd be on the stairs to the press box.
I have to fight an army of 12-year-olds to get some of these, but anyway, we are back on KYNT and KYNT.
How out of shape are you?
I get winded watching baseball. Anyway, it's a 3-2 ball game. Yankton trailing J.C. Brager. Christian Weir on the mound. Forces a swing and a miss for strike 1 to the leadoff hitter. It's the left-handed batter for Brager, Owen Baxter. Third baseman has been very busy out in the field today. We talked about that. Every ground ball that has been, every ground out so far this game for Yankton has gone to him at third. That one misses outside. Ball 1 from Weir, who stepped in for Mark Cottle, who pitched the first 2/3 of the opening inning before getting hit on a comebacker. The 1-1. They released that one a little too early as it floats high and away for ball 2. Weir comes set on the mound in a 2-1 count. Tries to come back on the inside part of the plate, but leaves it too far in for ball 3. Weir's primarily worked the outside in this at-bat. That was the first one inside. See what he's got here. Works out of the stretch. That one inside for ball 4. Owen Baxter will lead off with a walk, and that brings up Philip Rushman. Rushman brought in a run in the first inning as he had a sac fly RBI that would have scored Gavin Kloss. Baxter getting a lead off of first. Rushman steps into the box. That one low and away, ball 1. Good block behind the plate, though, by Jace McCorkle. Keeps the runner at first. That block brought to you by H&R Block. Open year-round, providing bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services. Call H&R Block 665-3366. Weir fires over to first base, trying to get the pick off. Can't get him. Baxter forced to scoot back to first.
Twins making me happy again.
There's a first.
Lost 2-1.
Oh, there's not a first. That's the status quo.
Mm-hmm.
I can't talk much. The Cubs are just falling down the division. It's a 1-1 count after that strike on the outside part of the plate by Weir. We still have a positive run differential, though, so I don't know how.
Well, the Twins are playing a AAA team right now. Like, literally, they're throwing out a AAA lineup, so what do we expect? But anyway, back to Yankton baseball.
The 1-1. Foul tipped at the plate by Rushman. You said they're playing a AAA team right now. The A's are in town?
That's AA. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend any of the 12 Oakland fans.
Yeah, you know, all nationwide 12 A's fans. I've never actually met an Oakland A's fan, and nobody in Oakland has either. It's a 1-2 count as we're done slandering the A's. This one, chop back up the middle, up and over the head of Weir. It 2 hops to Reichen. He gloves it, throws it across the diamond. But the slow-paced bouncer up and over the head of Weir into the glove of Drew Reichen, and they can't get it to first in time, so it'll be an infield single for J.C. Brager. Philip Rushman on first, Owen Baxter on second, and that brings up Will Fleeg.
Next to the plate is number 8, right fielder Will Fleeg.
I swear I've heard his name pronounced a different way every time, either me like hearing in my own head how I'm saying it or how other people have told me. First pitch, Fleeg shows bunt, but it finds the outside part of the zone, strike 1. 5 hits in the game now for Brager. 3 runs on the board. We are in the bottom of inning number 3 here. Fleeg gets a bat on this one, but pops it up and over the catcher's head. Oh, 2 pitch coming up here from Weir. Matthew Sheldon at first, playing in close. So the runner on first base is going to get a little bit of bigger lead. That one low and away, good block behind the plate by McCorkle again. McCorkle wants to have a little talk with his pitcher, so a bit of a mound visit. Mound visits are brought to you by one of Yankton's biggest and best employers, and that is Hedro. When you're ready for a break or looking for a new direction, visit job.hedro.com. The meeting at the mound is over between McCorkle and Weir. Weir comes set, checks the runner at second, now comes forward with it. This one sent up to the down the right field line, out of play. It'll be foul ball over Not quite near the parking lot, but foul balls are brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. You don't want the crack of the bat to end of the crack of your windshield and not have adequate insurance coverage. Let Midwest Insurance find the right coverage for your vehicles. Weir gets a signal he likes from McCorkle. Staring down the runner at second. Now he comes forward. This one ripped quickly, but a little too quickly as it's pulled out down the left field line. Another parking lot over there, so nowhere is safe for some of these foul balls. Counts 1-2. Weir winds up, fires, and that one low and away, ball 2. It's a 2-2 count, all knotted up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners on. First and second is where they reside. Rushman's on first, Baxter is on second. Fleeg at the plate. On deck for J.C. Brager is Mitt Lashley in the hole of Jackson Volpe. Nobody out yet here in the third inning. This one driven hard on the ground, gets past Drew Reichen at short. Looks like they're going to make a turn at third and come home. Another run's going to score for J.C. Brager, as that is Owen Baxter who crosses home plate. It's an RBI single for Will Fleeg.
Yeah, perfectly placed ball offensively, and big RBI for J.C. Brager, and Yankton just wants to get out of this half inning. Still no one away.
And it's a 4-2 ball game as well, so if you're able to, work out of this without giving up another run, it's still a close game where you can a bloop and a drive can really get Yankton back into this. You got to get out of this half of the inning first. Nobody out with 2 on. Weir tries to bend that one and catch the outside part of the zone, but he doesn't do it. Ball 1. Weir contemplating before he steps back onto the rubber. Now looking into McCorkle. Gets the signal he likes. Drew Reichen flashes over to second. No look from the pitcher. It's a bunt down. Heading back to Weir. He gloves it in front of the mound. To throw over to first base. That's Mac Reichen covering first from second base. So it'll be technically ruled a 1-4 as it goes to the second baseman for the putout.
This is nice fun as well. To the plate is number 13, Jackson Volpe.
Brings up Jackson Volpe.
Singled in his last at-bat.
If he's able to get a single here, that would bring at least 1 run home from third, potentially 2, depending on how big of a lead, how good of a jump Fleeg can get at second. This one on the ground to Josh Sheldon. He comes home with it in there. Plenty of time. Jace McCorkle puts the tag on him. Shows that the ball's still in the glove as well. Great play. Heads-up play by Josh Sheldon at third to fire home on that one. And good tag from McCorkle.
Tags in for out number 2. That is marked the fielder's choice. Runners at first and second.
Runners at first and second now for Brager. That one's marked as a fielder's choice. That brings up Gage Frederick, the catcher.
Number 15, Gage Frederick.
Frederick taking his time, getting set in the box. Now he's got the bat up at his shoulder. Weir comes set on the mound, checks the runner at second, now coming home. That one clips the outside part of the zone, strike 1. Weir trying to work out of this inning and strand a couple base runners. Frederick struck out in his first at-bat that came last inning. Another one finds the zone for Weir. It's an 0-2 count. Coming. Weir looking to get out of this inning with minimal damage. Only 1 run has come across the plate, but there's still 2 runners on for Brager. The 0-2. This one sent back on a line up the middle of the field, gloved in center by Cody Oswald. He fires into home plate, and the runner at third thinks twice and hustles back. The bases are loaded, but a good arm and a good reaction in center field potentially saves that runner from trying to come home.
Pretty sure I just saw the laces of that baseball fly out on that throw. Just a missile from center.
The kid has an absolute cannon out there. He's playing great. all Legion season long. Obviously did not participate in the spring season, so he's still getting back up to baseball speed, but obviously it didn't take him time to get into form out in center. Bases are loaded for Weir here after that single from Frederick, and it brings up Sawyer Bukowski. First pitch, Bukowski misses low and away, ball 1. One-0 count with 2 down here for Weir. Leaves that one away as well. Great block by McCorkle behind the plate. It's a 2-0 count now. Weir trying to battle back. It's a tense situation. Bases are loaded. 2 down, though, in the inning. Only got to get 1 out. This one, pop down the right field line. It's going to be in foul territory. Matthew Sheldon tries to make the running basket catch over the shoulder, but he can't get there in time. There's a foul ball and out of play, so the runners will return to their bases. We get to do it again for a 2-1 pitch. Weir toes the rubber once again. He's working from the left side of the rubber. Likes the call he gets from McCorkle, so he comes set, checks the runner at second. Now coming home, bases loaded, 2-1 pitch inside, make it 3-1. Sorry.
No, very tense situation here at Riverside.
3-1 pitch. This one popped up right center field. Cody Oswald giving chase. Skelhaus there as well. Skelhaus calls off Oswald and gloves it in right field. And Christian Weir works out of a jam there as he strands the bases loaded. 3 hits in that inning. 1 run comes across and 3 runners left on base for J.C. Brager. We head to the top of inning number 4 here on KYNT, KYNTV. Before we do so, however, I'd like to thank a couple of our Sportscaster Club members. Excuse me, starting with Yankton Thrive. Yes, there is a thriving business economy here in Yankton. Your one source and resource for all businesses from retail to manufacturing is Yankton Thrive. For more, go to yanktonsd.com. Also, the UPS store. They'll help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, and of course shipping. The UPS store of Yankton, across from Walmart. And lastly, Graham Tire. If you notice issues with your vehicle, don't hesitate to call the service experts at Graham Tire because they do more than sell tires. Graham Tire of Yankton, your auto service and tire store next door. It's a 4-2 ball game. Yankton trails by 2 as they look to cut into that deficit when we come back in 30 seconds on KYNT, KYNTV.
FNBO free checking is checking that's actually free. No fees or minimums, and now no overdraft fees. It's ever so personal, with people to help every step of the way. And easy, with a mobile app that allows you to deposit checks and manage your account wherever you are. So make the switch so you can do more with the Great Big Small Bank. Visit FNBO.com to learn more or stop on by. FNBO free checking. It's ever so free. Member FDIC.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. We go to the top of the 4th, Yankton trailing by 2. The designated hitter, Lucas Kamshoff, steps into the box. Colton Horn still on the mound for J.C. Brager. Kamshoff wastes no time. Getting contact made on this one. Driven out to deep center field at the warning track at the wall. What a play made in center. As he careens off the wall for a moment. It's a deep drive by Lucas Kamshoff. That's one of those things, though, Bryce, where we said if they bring that fence in 5 feet, that one's gone.
If the wind was just dead, the thing is gone. It's not that bad of a wind, but you'd think every single minor detail that would be different, that thing is gone.
It's good contact made to start the inning, but unfortunately it ends the same way as a weak grounder down the first base line. Great play out in center field by Devin Lawler. We have another contact made, popped up at foul territory behind first base. It's gloved. 2 pitches, 2 outs here to start inning number 4. And that brings up Drew Reichen.
Next to the plate, number 4, Drew Reichen.
Drew Reichen grounded out to third, just like a lot of Yankton has. We were talking earlier in the broadcast, the busiest corner.
There have been 4 outs for Yankton that have been recorded via a ground ball, and as you just mentioned, all 4 have been to the third baseman. Busy day for Owen Baxter over at third. First pitch to Reichen, he was taken. Make it 1-0. That's something you see a lot when you have back-to-back players lead off the inning with 1 pitch outs. Just take the first pitch, try to get something across, get ahead in the count. That one finds the zone, though, make it a 1-1. One pitch here from Horn, working out the stretch as he has all day. This one driven hard down the third base line. That one gets by Baxter at third for what I think is the first time tonight. Reichen makes the turn at first, goes to second, stand-up double for Drew Reichen, and that brings up Cody Oswald.
Well, finally, a grounder to third, a hard-hit grounder that doesn't end up in a glove or as a throw-out, because another thing we failed to mention, Brayden, is we say how many times Yankton's grounded to third. Some of them have been routine, but a lot of them hard-hit balls as well.
Exactly. Like we've both been saying, Owen Baxter's had a great day over at third base. Cody Oswald steps into the box. That one dips at the end, but doesn't dip out of the zone. In there for strike 1. Reichen taking his lead off a second. Horn checks him as he comes set. He's going to spin, just force him back, no throw. He's going to step off. Cody Oswald steps out of the box to take another practice swing. Oswald loads up on that back leg as Horn comes home. This one hit on the ground down the first base line, out of play. It's going to roll up along the bullpens here for Yankton. Horn comes set again on the mound. It's a 0-2 pitch to Oswald. That one outside the zone for ball 1. Horn waiting for a signal he likes from his catcher. He finds it from Frederick. Now comes set quickly into his motion. This one hit hard by Cody Oswald on the ground to the second baseman. It's gloved at second, thrown across, and that will do it for the top of inning number 4. 1 hit in the inning, 1 runner left on base, no runs come across the plate for Yankton. We go to the bottom of the 4th in a 4-2 ball game. J.C. Brager leads Yankton post 12. Back in 60 seconds from Riverside Field on KYNT, KYNTV.
Hello. Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. Embracing the unexpected, savoring life. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, ready for anything. We listen to your goals and help you achieve them with care and coverage. We'll move you forward through sickness and health and every milestone in between. Avera, moving health forward. Learn more at avera.org/forward.
Make sure your grass is always greener with a new John Deere mower from your local C&B. Big or small, let the experts at C&B help you find the mower or utility tractor that'll help you get the job done right. Stop in and check out the John Deere Z-Track mowers or take a load off with a new utility tractor with attachments available to help you with projects of all sizes. Go green this spring at C&B. Learn more about available offers at DeereEquipment.com. That's DEER Equipment.com.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. We go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Yankton trailing Southeast Lincoln. J.C. Brager 4-2. Christian Weir, the man on the mound, he stepped in after Mark Cottle got hit by on a return ball from the batter. You see him, he's over there in front of the bench. He's sitting in one of the chairs they have outside of the dugout itself. They do have, looks like he's off of it right now, but they did have an ice pack on his forearm just below his elbow. Actually has a coach, one of the assistant coaches, Coach Trey Creer, checking it right now. As we return to action on the field, Weir gets set. He comes home out of the stretch. That one had a lot of break on it. Good pitch from Weir. It's another thing, too, when you have those pitches that break across the zone like that with that sidearm action, It goes from looking like it's going to hit you to look like it's leaving the other side of the plate. Hard grounder on the second pitch, gloved by Mac Reich, and he throws over to first. He gets there in time. It was a bang-bang play at first as well. Good play from Reichen to get it there just in the nick of time.
Yeah, it was a close play over there at the bag.
That was, kind of want to see a replay on that, too. That was a really close play. Mac Reichen, though, did get there in the nick of time.
So we have the benefit of replay. So I always want to mention that.
It is very beneficial. It's always nice to get back and look at a play, sometimes for enjoyment and sometimes just for clarification. First pitch from Weir to Lawler is off the plate for ball one. That was Gavin Kloss who grounded out to start this inning. That one bounces. That'll be ball two, 2-0 count now to Lawler. Lawler walked in the first inning and popped up to the shortstop in the second inning. Has not been back to the plate since. It is only the bottom of the fourth. 2-0 pitch from Weir. Leaves that one off the plate for ball three. Weir coming set here. One of the most deliberate pitchers we've seen so far for Yankton. That one inside. Ball four. Lawler will take his base. Second walk of the day for Lawler. That brings up Owen Baxter.
Lawler draws a walk into the plate. Number 7, Owen Baxter.
Baxter walked himself to lead off the last inning. Philip Rushman, the man on deck. Wolf League in the hole. Baxter, the same guy who we said has had a busy day at the hot corner. Oh, pitch inside. Good play by McCorkle as he leans to his right to glove that one. Runner stays at first. Baxter, outside of that walk last inning, flew out to center field in the first. Weir comes set. This one driven out to right center field by Baxter, but under it quickly is Isaiah Skelhaas. Good track on it. Calls off Cody Oswald. He puts it in the glove for the out. One down now here in the bottom of the fourth. Brings up Philip Rushman. Playing left field for Bragger. Weir gets the call from McCorkle. Now comes set. Runner leads off first. He's stealing second. McCorkle bobbled the ball, looked like for a second there as he's trying to get it from the glove to his hands and thought better of trying to throw it without good grip. Weir coming set again with the runner now on second. There's two down in the inning. There's the first strike of the at-bat. Moves the count to 1-1 to Rushman. Rushman is singled and brought in an RBI via a sac fly in this one. Sac fly obviously off the table with two down here. The 1-1 off the plate, away, ball two. Weir coming set on the mound, working out of his stretch. Not much of a lead off second for Lawler. That one bounces in front of McCorkle, blocks it behind the plate, and keeps Lawler at second. Count moves to 3-1, though. If Rushman's able to get it on, Will Fleeg is on deck. Mitt Lashley in the hole. Jackson Volpe waiting in the wings. The 3-1 from Weir. That one catches enough of his own to call strike two. It's a full count now for Weir. We'll see what he cooks up for the payoff pitch. Likes the first signal from McCorkle. Comes set, runner in motion. Grounded back up the middle. It's going to be a slow roller. It looks like it has some backspin on it. They're going to say it actually bounced off of him. That explains the backspin. So foul tipped, ricocheted into the leg, potentially, of the batter.
Our KYNT studio producer today is Scotty Borman asking us actually, how the hot dogs are down at Riverside.
We don't know.
After breaking, no one's brought us any yet, so the offer's still out there.
It's unfortunate, too, because usually by the time we get wrapped up with postgame here and go down to get one, when we get the opportunity, it's unfortunately closed.
Mm-hmm.
Full count payoff pitch. We're going to do it again as this one is grounded foul down the third base line and out of play.
I'm going to start calling it the Hot Dog Appreciation Program. Bring me a hot dog and I'll appreciate you.
All of our listeners on KYNTV and KYNT are appreciated, but you'd be double appreciated. Payoff pitch, driven out to center field. Cody Oswald settling underneath of it. It ends up in the right glove of the man in center, and that does it for inning number 4. No hits, no runs, 1 runner left on base for J.C. Bragger. First 0 hung on the board as well by the Yankton defense. They come out into the top half of the 5th inning trying to cut into this 2-run deficit when we return. Before we go to break, though, I'd like to thank a couple of our Sportscaster Club members, starting with Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with a vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. Also, Kaiser Heating and Cooling. When it comes to heating and cooling, be the wiser and go with Kaiser. That's Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. And lastly, J&H Cleaning. Carpet, upholstery, area rugs, air ducts, dryer vents, power washing, and janitorial services for businesses. Dirty doesn't stand a chance. If it's dirty, J&H can clean it. Check out jhcleaningsd.com. Back in 30 seconds from Riverside Field-Yankton trying to cut into a 2-run deficit to J.C. Bragger.
When I'm searching for adventure, I find it on the range. Archery challenges me to be curious, see opportunity, and welcome big challenges. It teaches me to focus and never quit until the last arrow hits. Archery allows me to show my spirit at Mount Marty University. How do you show your adventurous side? Schedule your campus visit to Mount Marty University at showyourspiritmmu.com.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. We go to the top of inning number 5 in a 2-run ball game. Yankton trails J.C. Bragger 4-2. First pitch is ripped back up the middle by Jace McCorkle. A diving effort by the shortstop, can't get there, and there's a leadoff single for Jace McCorkle. That puts him on the base paths and brings up Josh Sheldon.
Next to the plate.
Sometimes it just takes one hit. We do have a courtesy runner. Went over, and I'll bet a Josh Bolter $. Cooper Groton, nice. It is. Josh owes me like $14 this season.
Poor guy. He didn't even know it yet either.
He doesn't even know he's betting me.
Who are you betting against? That's the real question. Bunt laid down by Josh Sheldon, but it rolls just foul down the third base line.
He just automatically takes the other side of a bet that I make.
What if the other side ever comes out? Do you owe him $1?
I don't think I'm ever going to lose. I'm only making surefire bets.
I only bet guarantees. That's not how money lines work, but it's fine.
Or we'll just have a running tally. So if you owes me 14, I get one wrong, I'll be like, all right, he owes me 13. I'm waiting for someone to tell him how much he owes me.
Sounds like complex math. I'm not going to be the one to do it.
I thought you were a math major.
No, not anymore.
Maybe
back in my prime, but not
your
anymore.
prime.
Throw over to first on the pickoff attempt. Runner slides in safely. That's Cooper Groton Heist.
If you've already hit your prime at 22,
I'm already past my prime. What do you mean?
You peaked.
I peaked. I don't know if I've actually. I don't know when I peaked. I don't know if you could call what I've done in my life a peak.
You plateaued early.
Plateau is the right word. Another throw over to first base. Cooper Groton Heist slides back into first. The cabin pressure is definitely not plateauing here. Is this a bunt laid down by Josh Sheldon? Can he beat it out to first? It pulls the first baseman off the bag. Josh Sheldon lays down a great infield bunt. He gets to first base and advances Cooper Groton Heist to second. That brings up Isaiah Skelhaas. Interested to see if they ruled out a throwing error or an infield single.
I'll let you know.
Runner at first and second to the plate is number 14, Isaiah
Skelos struck out earlier in this game, but did go 2 for 2 in game 1, so 2 for 3 total on the day.
Single.
There we go. Good for Josh Sheldon getting in the hit sheet once again. Another bunt trying to be laid down by Yankton here. Trying to take a page out of Bragger's book. Station to station baseball. Get as many runners on base as possible, cause as much chaos as possible, but that one goes foul down the third base line.
I'm still trying to recover after seeing the Twins' final score today.
I gave up on the baseball season in March. I got really interested again in like the early middle of May when they were second in the division, and now I'm back out of it.
Did the Twins putting 35 on the Cubs just kind of
Yes,
for you?
It really didn't help. And it was like 29, but I digress. It's an 0-2 count now to Skelhaas. At the last pitch was a strike as well. He's trying to lay down a bunt in an 0-2 count. Gutsy move, and he gets it down. Can he beat the throw to first? No, it gets there in time, but it advances the runners to second and third. That puts 2 in scoring position with Mac Ryken stepping up to the plate.
Mac Ryken drew a walk, stole a home, but if he really wants to just not just jump out of his classic slump, okay, you know the words, the Kyle Mueller classic slump that he's in right now, you know, getting a base knock here would be the way to just dive right through that ceiling.
And if he drives it to one of the gaps in the outfield, we're looking at a tie ball game here, and you know that's exactly what Mac wants to do. First pitch to him, delayed strike call, but he calls it inside part of the plate, strike 1.
And we keep emphasizing this just because it's true. If you take 50% of his hard hit balls and, oh wait.
Here's another hard hit one. But it's going to be a lazy fly to the right fielder. It's gloved in the outfield. Runner coming home. Cooper Grotenheim's ball gets away from the catcher. Sheldon takes the turn at third and thought about it, but he will stay in place at the third base bag. That's a sac fly RBI, and it's a 1-run game.
Here, all I was going to say is if you take 50% of the balls that he's hit hard, which is most of them this classic, and give him a hit instead of a crazy defensive lucky effort, he's had a great classic, and that just helped right there.
Helping by any means necessary for Mac Ryken. That brings up Rugby Ryken. 0 for 2 in this game. Did go 2 for 3 in the opening game of the day. That one can't find the zone. Ball 1 to Ryken. One-0 count. Horn taking his time on the mound, then coming set. Once he comes set, though, he comes forward pretty quickly. That one finds the zone for strike 1. Horn comes set again with the 1-1 pitch. Ryken taking all the way. As we're getting along here towards a big chunk of time into this game, for those of you who've been following the entire Kyle Mueller Classic, you'll know that there's been an hour, 50-minute time limit throughout the game so far. That does not apply on Championship Sunday. This is a hard grounder to second baseman. Ryken running down the first base line, but he's beat by the throw. 1 run comes across, so the deficit is cut in half. It's 4-3 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. 2 hits, 1 run, 1 runner left on base for Yankton as we go to the bottom of inning number 5. Back in 60 seconds from Riverside Field on KYNT, KYNTV.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please move forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Sports injuries can be the result of competitive activities, but can also happen by just participating in leisure activities too. If you're experiencing pain as the result of your chosen activity, consider chiropractic care. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. We have experienced chiropractors that work with sports injuries every day. Our treatment options are aimed to minimize pain, reduce recovery time, and reduce risk of future injuries. Visit First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. Christian Weir still out on the mound for Sioux Falls. I don't even know. Don't even ask me, man. Don't even ask me. For Yankton post 12. 3 1/3 innings pitched so far in this game. 2 earned runs on 5 hits. He struck out 1 batter. 2 walks issued as well. He opens this inning up with a strike. Opens this half inning up with a strike. We're in the bottom of the 5th. 0-1 count. Clip down the third base line, out of play. This is going to end up in front of the Bragger bench. Really has been beautiful all day long here at Riverside Field. That early threat of rain that I mentioned has not come to pass here. The 0-2 bounces in front of the plate for ball 1. It's a 4-3 ball game after Yankton put 1 on the board in the top half of this inning. It's an 0-2 count once again here. Will Fleeg at the plate, leading off this inning. Mitt Lashley on deck. It's a hard grounder to the left side of the infield. Josh Sheldon makes a diving effort, but it finds its way through to Drew Reichen, who fires across the diamond and gets it to Matthew Sheldon in time for out number 1. Good defensive effort all around there by Yankton. Josh Sheldon came up just short on the dive, but potentially working in post 12's favor. First pitch of the at-bat from Weir here. Low and away, ball 1. Mitt Lashley at the plate, playing first base today. Grounded into a 6-4 fielder's choice in the first inning, and then grounded out to the pitcher in the second inning, or in the third inning, excuse me. This one sent high into center field. Cody Oswald tracking, and he's got it on the warning track. Good jump from Oswald in centers. He was able to track that one all the way to the glove for out number 2.
Well, that was impressive.
Exactly. Well, what has Cody Oswald done today that hasn't been impressive?
He hasn't hit a grand slam yet, Brayden.
Oh, we're bringing back that conversation. Was that Friday or yesterday?
Yes.
It was one of them.
It was a day. Yeah.
It happened during the Kyle Mueller Classic, we promise. 0-0 pitch to the left-handed batter, Volpe. Fine strike zone for strike 1 for Weir. Weir trying to hang back-to-back zeros on Bragger. Volpe hard grounder down the first base line, but Matthew Sheldon's there to glove it. Jogs over, taps on first base. 3 unassisted to end the 5th inning. We go to the top of the 6th with Yankton trailing by a run. 4-3 is your score line. Before we leave, though, I'd like to thank a couple more of our Sportscaster Club members, starting with Elwood Family Dental Care, where they take care of the entire family and are always welcoming new patients. Also, Boston Shoes to Boots. Footwear expert since 1915, Boston Shoes to Boots carries high-quality work boots, casual, athletic, and dress shoes for men and women. Located at their new location at 313 Cedar or bostonshoestoboots.com. Also, America's Best Realty. Tired of renting or apartment living? Ready to upgrade or own your own home? Call America's Best Realty at 260-1600 and unlock the American dream. 1-run ball game. We head to the top of the 6th in the championship game of the Kyle Mueller Classic. Yankton bats up next when we're back in 30 seconds on KYNT.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
We return here on KYNT, KYNTV for the top of inning number 6. Yankton trails 4-3 as we turn it over to Bryce Ladwig to bring us home.
Lucas Kamshoff at the plate has struck out and flew out to center already in this game. Takes a ball on the inside. Thank you, Brayden. And as we have a 4-3 matchup, Brayden here unfolding. This has been This has been an interesting one. I really have no idea how this could end. You know, and you would think when Mark Cottle goes out of the game, as he got hit in the arm, presumably, with a comebacker, 2/3 through the first inning, that, well, it's going to be uphill battle for Yankton. It has been, but Yankton's really held in there strong.
Yeah, they have, and a lot of that can be put on the shoulders of Christian Weir, who's really shown out today, playing for Post 12 for the first time this season. He's hung back-to-back scoreless innings on Bragger as well.
And Lucas Kamshoff getting things started off well for Yankton, takes an opening walk here in the top of inning number 6. And that brings up Matthew Sheldon, lined out to the second baseman earlier in the game and then popped up to first. We're going to do something a little different in this at-bat.
They have a very good game. One of the day, went 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, and 2 RBIs.
Horn delivers, and curveball missing outside, 1-0. He's at 64 pitches. So he has plenty of real estate the way he's been going.
He's been very efficient with his pitches. That's puts him just over about 12 or 13 per inning, as he was right around that 60 mark through 5.
And taking off is Lucas Kamshoff. The throw down is into center field. Lucas Kamshoff will take off for third and will be in safely. And so Yankton has the tie and run 90 feet from home. There's that aggressive base running, heads-up base running from Yankton.
It's a mistake you can't afford to make if you're J.C. Brager as well. They got to focus up now and try to keep Lucas Kamshoff from coming across the plate, because when you're in a tie ball game this late, one swing of the bat, and that could be it.
I like to imagine Mac Reichen's in the dugout yelling, "Steal home!"
Mac wants all the boys to get a steal of home.
And 1-1 count to Sheldon. The delivery, and it's a dribble over to second. That should be enough to tie it up. It is a fielder's choice over to first. A fielder's choice RBI for Matthew Sheldon. We're knotted up at 4. The Kyle Mueller Classic Championship here at Riverside Field brings up Drew Reichen. And grounded out to third, and has a double in this matchup as well. And Horn delivers. Dragging a little bit on top of this one. It's a one hop over to third, and third baseman Baxter unable to gather this one in. Drew Reichen will reach safely. Well, they've tested him. We keep going back to the well, but it's just because it's true, Brayden, how many ground balls have been to third. It's just kind of staggering if you look at our score sheets. But eventually, we had a base hit, squeak by, and now an error.
I know, a rare mistake from Baxter at third. He's been rock solid all tournament long, but especially today. He spent time in the outfield the last time these two teams played.
That's Cody Oswald at the plate now. Go ahead run at first, and a quick throw over. Drew Reichen dives back in safely. Horn didn't like how white Drew Reichen's jersey was.
Get a little dirty, man. Get down there. I know it's not as easy to get dirty on a turf field as it is on a dirt field, but still.
I would just fall. Just fall down on the throw over. And Drew Reichen's taken off. It's a hit and run. Oswald lifts this one, and Drew Reichen has to stagger back to first as it's a pop out to second base. And that will bring up Jace McCorkle.
Shell right, talk about the second baseman to get that second out. Runners held at first.
I was about to say, I feel like Jace McCorkle was just at bat. That's because, well, he was.
Yeah, he led off the 5th inning here. We're only in the top of the 6th. And it was a quick half inning for Brager as well, so we got to this point quickly. It's a hard ground ball that led off that inning.
Yeah, McCorkle had a single his last at bat. Another throw over to Drew Reichen. I think J.C. Brager is starting to realize that Yankton likes to steal.
That should be the top of everybody's scouting report from now on.
They
like to
a
run. They're fast, and they want to play fast.
And pitch to McCorkle. Lifts this one out to shallow center. Will it get down? No. What a play. Who was that? Was that Klaus?
That would be, yeah, Klaus at second base. Great play running out from the infield. Ended up just in front of his center fielder, and over-the-shoulder play made. Yeah, there's some times where you just can't outdo a great defensive play like that.
So no hits, 1 run, and 1 runner left on base. We enter the bottom of inning number 6 here at Riverside Field. Knotted up at 4, the Kyle Mueller Classic Championship.
Do you really think it's a good idea to buy insurance off the internet? After all, it is insurance. It's not a commodity like a toaster. It's a contract to protect what you value most: your home, your car, your business, your health, and even your life. You need a professional, in-person agent to make sure you have the right coverage to fit your family's needs. Schedule an appointment with us today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MTRC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. MTRCSmithInsurance.com.
Welcome back to Riverside Field. Knotted up at 4, the Kyle Mueller Classic Championship. Gage Frederick will get this started here for J.C. Brager. Bottom of inning number 6. Still on the mound, Christian Weir's done a really nice job, Brayden, coming in. I mean, yes, he had pitched a third of an inning in the semifinal matchup, but he did not expect to be pitching this early or at all in the championship game.
I know exactly. Mark Cottle was taken out 2/3 of the way through inning number 1 as he was hit on a comebacker just below his elbow from the looks of it, and that took him out of the game. Only threw 15 pitches in game 2. So Weir's been able to hold it down in his place, and he's into his 5th technical inning of work, or his 5th full inning of work, 6th technical inning he's appeared in this game.
And it's 2-0 count. And a comebacker right at Weir. He gets out of the way and into Cody Oswald in center. It's a base hit.
See Weir just kind of look at the batter as well and then look back at the ball as it was going to center
What's
field.
your problem?
What do we do to you guys? Stop it.
Aiming at the pitchers. No, I'm pretty sure if anyone had that ability to place a ball like that, then
they should be going. They should just be playing in the major leagues now.
Yep.
Just go straight to the league, guys.
We have a mound visit. Coach Drew Lawrence coming out. Mound visit is brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. No, and even that matter, major leaguers, Twins can't hit anything ever. So there you go.
Man,
I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter, though.
You are never bitter. You've never been bitter or petty or anything.
I'm wearing my Twins jersey because it's an afternoon game and I want my support out there, you know? And they just let me down.
Kirby Puckett would not stand for this.
He would not.
That is a Puckett jersey, right? I'm not
Yes.
assuming wrong. There we go. See, I know my Twins legends. My Twins legend.
I'm kind of a Twins fan. Named my daughter after Kirby Puckett, so I think we're...
I know. I can tell you 2 Twins jerseys for sure. Puckett 34 and Joe Mauer 7. That's about all I got for you.
There you go. And the mound visit has concluded. Christian Weir still out there at 69 pitches so far.
I'll give the Twins another quick shout out. One of my favorite pitchers growing up was a Twin for a while. Johan Santana.
Oh, there you go. Well, you didn't know who Boof Bonzer was in our name game a couple nights ago.
Yeah, well, he wasn't exactly on my list of dudes I used on MLB The Show when I was 8.
And a quick throw over to first. Runner gets back in safely. Strike on the outside. 0-1 count. Instructions coming in for Coach Drew Lawrence and the Yankton team, and then the random number combinations going in from J.C. Brager's side.
It's funny because I heard Coach Lawrence call out to his team, do a signal, and then he heard the number called, and then he called out to him again and said, hey, new signal.
Well, he knows what 3-2-3 must mean. And the 0-1. This one is lifted high and near foul territory. A couple of Yankton players going after it. It's Drew Reichen who gets there in time in foul territory and gloves it. Nice tracking down by Drew Reichen. And that brings up Gavin Klaus.
Reichen just had a better angle on that ball from his position. Josh Sheldon, or Yeah, Josh Sheldon at third was playing up to protect from a bunt, so he had to go back and to his right. It was a hard play to make, so Riken just gets to run straight across. That's why he ended up making that play behind third.
Runner at first for J.C. Brager. One away. And this one's hit right past Josh Sheldon as he was playing up, as you had mentioned. And he's going to try to go for a third. The runner is, and he is out. Nice throw by Rugby Riken.
Heard that one before.
That's a touchdown throw if I've ever seen one on a baseball diamond. All-state quarterback for the Yankton Bucks. Put it on a line. That's going to be our move of the game, brought to you by Mason Strom with the Move Group. Make the move with Mason. There's 2 away. Runner at second now. Is that I believe they'll rule that a single, and then it's advanced on the throw. Yes, they did. And that brings up Devin Lawler. Strike on the outside, 0-1.
Lawler's got a pair of walks in this game, but his score sheet says 0 for 1 as he popped out to the shortstop in the second inning.
And the 0-1 in the dirt in the outside, blocked by McCorkle. We've already done it once, do it again. That will be our block of the game, brought to you by H&R Block, open year-round, providing bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services. Call 665-3366. And it's a hopper over to Josh Sheldon. He grabs it. The throw across the diamond is in time. Great defensive effort for Post 12 in that half an inning. We're still knotted up in the Kyle Mueller Classic Championship on KYNT, KYNTV. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Doctors Fieser, Slowey, and DeYoung are experts in prescribing eye drops that can replace reading glasses. These drops are a new technology that can change the size of your pupil for improved reading. They're convenient for anyone who wants freedom from reading glasses. Our doctors even use them. Call Vision Care Associates and schedule an appointment to see if this new technology is right for you.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
You feel awful. Stuffy nose, then runny nose, the sniffles too. You don't know what to take to make yourself feel better. This is Michael with Yankton Rexall. When you feel under the weather, you want relief, but there are a lot of over-the-counter choices. Some may even interfere with daily medications you're taking. At Yankton Rexall, our staff is here to help you make the best choice for your health. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
Welcome back to Riverside Field, the Kyle Mueller Classic. And I didn't go over Brayden. 2 hits in that last half inning, and how many runners were left on?
1.
1 runner left on, and no runs. Thanks to some great defensive effort from Yankton Post 12. We have entered the top of inning number 7 here in the Kyle Mueller Classic Championship game. Not up at 4. Can Yankton get a run across? Or across. I don't know. My wife always corrects me as an English teacher which one it is. One, she says I'm not British. So I don't remember which one's which.
I think it's across.
Katie, across. I'll cover my bases.
Send the text.
Send
Let us
the
know.
text. Also, again, because I want to say it as many times as I can because it matters to me. Happy 5th anniversary to my beautiful bride, Katie Ladwig. Greatest 5 years of my life. How many brownie points is that, Brayden?
All of them. Now you got me thinking about brownies, dang it.
I still want a hot dog, and I'm very disappointed in the KYNT viewer and listener base who has heard this has not brought me a hot dog as part of the Hot Dog KYNT Appreciation Program.
We do have a pitching change out there as well that we can go over here. Gage Frederick has moved from behind the plate to out on the mound, and that brings Jackson Volt from designated hitter into that catcher position. Looking at the jerseys I can see, the numbers I can see, nobody else seems to have moved out in the field.
So Volp behind the plate, as I will try to fix my score sheet as well.
And then Frederick goes from catcher to pitcher, and everybody else should remain in the same spot.
All right. Appreciate it. I'll bring up Josh Sheldon here in the top of the 7th.
Leading off in the top of the 7th, number 6, Josh Sheldon.
And I'll let Brayden go over your final pitching stats for Colton Horn when he gets a chance here. There's Josh Sheldon.
Yeah, still taking time to get set for the first pitch. So for Colton Horn, 6 full innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 of those earned, 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. 69 total pitches. What was a honestly fairly nice outing for Horn on the mound.
And the ball is taken low and away to Josh Sheldon. And the 1-0. And a swing through for Sheldon brings the count to 1-1. And the 1-1, another cut by Josh Sheldon just under it. Brings the count to 1-2.
I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure somebody in the Yankton dugout quacked at the end of that chirp.
It's definitely Cooper Grote. And the 1-2 to Josh Sheldon. High and inside, brings the count to 2-2. Hope you're enjoying the... I'm pretty sure the umpire just told the dugout to keep it down. And the 2-2. And strikeout. Josh Sheldon will take his seat a little in front of an off-speed pitch.
So I spent that last work up to the pitch before the pitch itself watching the dugout to see who exactly is the ones who may be talking over there in the dugout for Yankton. You're half right. Cooper Grotenheis is one of them. Jace McCorkle is also right next to him doing a little speaking.
I can see that as well. Isaiah Skelhaus at the plate for Yankton. Striking the outside, 0-1.
Kind of shows how this team loves to support each other. We've seen it in every sport with Cooper. He's always one of the first guys to congratulate his teammates.
This one's fouled straight back and out of Bob Tereshinski Stadium. And 0-2. You know, when Kirby gets a little older, I'm going to have her come to everything and just fetch foul balls for cash. And the 0-2 is a strike call on the outside. Skelhaus watches it go by, and that is back-to-back strikeouts on the mound for Gage Frederick. And it'll bring up Mac Reichen. Sacrifice RBI fly his last at-bat. That was back in the 5th. Looking just to keep Yankton alive here.
Start making deals with the kid when you bring him here. You get the foul balls, I keep the money, and I'll let you watch Bluey for an extra half hour.
She makes the rules.
She makes the rules.
She makes all the rules.
I saw her carrying that mallet around a while ago. Terrifying kid.
0-1 to Mac Reichen. And it's a chopper up the middle. It is gloved. The throw over is not in time as Klaus unable to get it over in time. Mac Reichen beats it. Infield single. And that brings up Rumbling Rugby Reichen, and I'll bet a Josh Bolter dollar that Mac Reichen will be taking off during this at-bat. Are you going to let Josh know, or?
No. I'm sorry, I zoned out for a moment. I'm trying to figure out how Cooper does that voice. It's actually impressive.
And Rugby waiting for the pitch from Frederick. Pitch misses outside, 1-0. And the 1-0. Delivers home. It's in the dirt and blocked. 2-0 count.
I want a big time for Yankton. This is exactly the part of the order you want up. Rugby Reichen, one of your most consistent players this season and back in the spring season at getting on base. Lucas Kamshoff, arguably your best power bat. Matthew Sheldon leading the team in RBIs. Those are the 3 guys who are waiting around for Yankton. You got to do it with 2 outs.
And Mac Reichen takes off, and the throw down will not be in time, not even close. It's a Mac attack stealing second. Yankton has the go-ahead run in scoring position.
It's a 3-0 count as well to Rugby Reichen. We'll see if he's taken all the way here. Could put another duck on the pond here for Yankton post 12.
Are you saying that because of the duck voices?
Partly, yeah, partly. Came to my mind for that reason.
The 3-0. And the delivery. And Rugby gets under this one. It is sent into foul territory and would be just that, foul. On top of one of the new bleacher sets.
Yeah,
on
they
the right field line.
just put those in down by the Yankton bullpens.
I don't know if they're both new or new even in general, but I know they replaced them at the very least. There was bleachers down there, but I think there's a new set. I don't take mental notes of every single thing in my life. They look nice. And 3-1 count to Rugby. Again, go ahead, run on second base. It's Mac Reichen. Here's the delivery. Inside, Rugby takes his bag. So 2 ducks on the pond, as Brayden Butler would say. And that brings up Lucas Kamshoff, DH here today, and one of the most powerful bats in the lineup.
You know, he obviously had a team leading home runs in the spring season. No long balls yet in the summer season for Kamshoff, but I bet he'd love to change that here.
First pitch. Hit hard out toward right center. Going back. It is off the wall. And 1 run comes across. Here comes Rugby. He's coming home. Yankton leads by 2.
I was this close to having that moment. Lucas Kamshoff with ice in the veins as he sends it off the top of the wall in right center field. What a bat by Kamshoff, giving the Yankton a 2-run lead here in the championship of the Kyle Mueller Classic.
I blame the wind. I really do. But Yankton leading 6-4. And that obviously is our new move of the game, brought to you by Mason Schramm with the Move Group. Make the move with Mason. Matthew Sheldon up, takes a powerful cut. Swings through 0-1. I'm so excited, Brayden.
I get the blood pumping in a hurry, the adrenaline up. Big bat like that from Kamshoff.
Off the catcher mask. So we'll take a moment here. Let's take a moment to catch our breaths and appreciate the bat of Lucas Kamshoff.
I think my asthma kicked in.
No, right off the bat, and I was close, and you called it, and then I was close to kind of saying it. You just hear the inflection of my voice, like that was gone. I was ready for it.
I thought it was just under the yellow piping at the top of the fence. So I'm saying, if the fence was half as high as it was,
we got to talk to the YBA.
just in right center specifically.
And the 0-2. Strike in the outside called. Matthew Sheldon set down on strikes. But 2 hits, 2 runs, and 1 runner left on. Folks, Yankton leads 6-4 going into hopefully the last half inning here of the Kyle Mueller Classic. Yankton 3 outs away from taking their home tournament here on KYNT. KYNTV back in a minute.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh combines the speedy service of a convenience store with the surprising selection of the fresh foods and ready-to-eat meals you expect from Hy-Vee. While you fill up your gas tank, you can grab grocery staples including fresh produce and fresh bakery items too, or grab fresh meals or snacks. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
What's the best beverage to enjoy while rooting on your team? 1919 root beer, of course. 1919 is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. The unique recipe and these choice ingredients make 1919 the creamiest, full-bodied draft root beer available. Find it in 12 packs and single-serve cans at grocery, convenience stores, and restaurants. 1919 is alcohol-free and contains no caffeine, making it a beverage of choice at any time for anyone in the family.
Brayden Butler and myself, Bryce Ladwig, discussing that we need to start lobbying for the fence to be lowered at Riverside Field by about 3 feet. We think about 3 home runs could be had from the spring and summer season combined so far, thanks to the fence robbing us.
And that was just in 60 seconds of combined memory, which, as we both have admitted, obviously our memories are fantastic and should always be trusted.
And we also need to it goes both ways too, against Yankton as well.
Yeah, it goes against Yankton as well. There's been a lot of plays in the spring season that went high off the wall that would have been home runs in this hypothetical world that I like to live in sometimes.
Oh, hey, Yankton's playing baseball as Christian Weir still out there on the mound, has a 1-1 count to Owen Baxter. Yankton 3 outs away from winning the Kyle Mueller Classic. Make that 2 outs away as Matthew Sheldon nabs one in the turf beads and steps on the bag himself. And so a powerful hit down the right field line, and that is snared by Matthew Sheldon.
Honestly, I don't think we can say enough. What a performance on the mound right now by Christian Weir. He hasn't maybe had the overpowering stuff, doesn't have the strikeouts to really show for it, but he's been consistent on the mound. Most of the hard hit balls have ended up right at or around Yankton fielders. He's been very good in relief of Mark Cottle.
And Christian Weir hits the head of Philip Rushman. I'm not laughing about that. I think he was trying to say he went around at some point. I'm not quite sure. But Philip Rushman, it was a breaking ball, and he's fine. He's on first, so hit by a pitch. I want to emphasize, I wasn't laughing that he got hit. I was laughing because I think there was some debate as to the process.
I honestly thought it could have, because I heard the hit of the helmet, because
off
it hit
the
him in the
bat?
helmet, but also hit the bat if it hit the bat first. But
Okay, that makes
pretty
sense
sure the
then.
helmet contact came first.
That makes sense then. And that brings up Will Fleeg with a runner on. Weir delivers, ball misses out. That's a 1-0. Now, if this all holds true, Christian Weir is going to be a huge post-game topic, as well as Lucas Kampshoff be a post-game topic. Along with Mark Cottle, obviously, kind of goes with it, but just some huge at-bats for Yankton. We're going to talk to Coach Drew Lawrence. The strike is in there. 1-1 count now to Will Fleeg, who's already put 2 runs up on Yankton today. Nice block by Jace McCorkle. And a 2-1 count.
As you mentioned, 2 of the 4 runs on the board for J.C. Bragger coming off the bat of Will Fleeg, a pair of RBI singles in this one. They've been shut down, though, the last few innings. Good defense by Yankton and controlled pitching from Weir on the mound.
And Fleeg sends this one under it into right field. Skelhaus can't get to it. Neither can Mac Reichen. And so we will have a single and 2 runners on. Kind of a bloop single, but a single's a single for J.C. Bragger. That'll bring up Mitt Lashley. But we have a mound visit as Coach Drew Lawrence comes in. Mound visit brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. We'll see. I think maybe that will do it for Christian Weir. Yes, it will. And, all right, Brayden, we'll talk about it in postgame, but what a performance for Christian Weir.
The numbers might not jump out at you, but watching the game, you know how important he was on the mound today for Yankton. In control, stayed composed on the mound, even in the face of danger. So good performance from him, great performance from him, really holding it down. And if Yankton holds on here, he'll be credited with the win over J.C. Bragger. It looks like Mac Reichen's going to be the one that steps onto the mound.
Drew Reichen.
Drew Reichen, my bad. Mac Reichen standing next to him. I'm flipping my brain around.
One of the brothers.
one of the Reichen twins is on the mound right now. I guarantee it.
No, Drew Reichen, your ace on the staff, if there ever was one. And that is brought to you, the pitching change brought to you by Conclean Distributing. Time to rehydrate, Prime Hydration, the perfect combination of flavor and function. Change it how you refresh, replenish, and refuel with 5 awesome flavors and no added sugar. You're getting the taste you want without anything you don't. Prime Hydration, the perfect boost for every endeavor. And, yeah, just bring in your biggest gun on the mound, and it's not over yet. I mean, they're just 2 runs up and 2 base runners on, 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th. You need to bring in, if this is the movie Major League Wild thing, although, let's hope he has the control. But
a little more control. But.
There's a reason it was called Wild Thing, but no. It's who you want on the mound. You want your number 1 guy, and that is Drew Reichen. Your final stats for Christian Weir, 5 2/3 innings pitched. 2 runs, both earned, and 1 strikeout, and that came on 83 pitches. And you could tell it was near the end, Brayden. He was doing an excellent job. He was still hitting the zone, but they're starting to kind of pick up on him a little bit. Maybe he lost a little bit of his velocity on the mound, and it's starting to become a little predictable. So bring in your number 1 guy.
Exactly, and I know Coach Lawrence talked, I think, Thursday night after the first round of games that he wasn't really planning to use Drew in this tournament at all, saving him for the Legion games coming up in the middle of this week. But in a situation like this where you need someone to close it out to win the Kyle Mueller Classic, in theory, one inning is not going to ruin Drew Reichen's week if he used to pitch again coming down the pipe.
Yeah, let's see how this can go for Yankton. Again, here's your situation. Yankton leading 6-4. They're the away team in this Classic right now, the championship game of the Kyle Mueller Classic. Leading 6-4 in the bottom of the 7th. J.C. Brager has runners at first and second, one away. At the plate, Mitt Lashley. And takes a strike on the outside, 0-1.
Housekeeping to be done as well with the change on the mound. Cooper Grotenheis checks in to go to first. Matthew Sheldon goes to second. Mac Reichen shifts to short. And that is all the changes.
Thank you, Brayden. Here's the 0-1. Fastball down the middle, called 0-2. Andrew Reichen looking in. Breaking ball. Charging from third. Josh Sheldon has it. The throw across the diamond is, I was going to say it was scooped up by Grotenheis. He got in front of it at the very least. Prevented a catastrophe from happening. Couldn't quite scoop it out of the turf. When the bases are loaded with still one away. So good, no, but could it have been a lot worse, Brayden? Yes.
Yeah, it was a good recovery at first. Good scoop by Grotenheis. I know he couldn't hold on to it, but that scoop is going to prove vital here, as one run could have came across, potentially put another runner at third base after it if he doesn't get that scoop in.
Lashley reaches on an error, and that brings up Jackson Volpe.
Volpe has singled in this game, reached on a fielder's choice, and then grounded out to the first baseman unassisted.
So things are a little tense here now at Riverside Field. The celebration of last half inning is starting to die down a little bit. And here is the 1-0, missed low as well, 2-0 to the left-hander Volpe. As bases are loaded, the tying run on second and the winning run on first.
We really are in game of inches territory. A hard hit ball at the shortstop could end the game on a double play. A hard hit ball by him could end the game the other way, or tie the game the other way.
2-0, misses outside, 3-0. I don't think you're in that desperate of a situation where you'll walk a hitter in intentionally. So here's the 3-0, and it's a strike called on the outside, 3-1.
Reichen's got a battle back here as he went down 3-0 in the count.
The 3-1 from Drew Reichen. Hit hard, is past the third baseman, Sheldon, and is into left field. Rugby has it. The tie and run will come across to score. We're knotted up at 6.
This is just championship baseball right here. All the highs and lows of it. We obviously, with Lucas Kamshoff's 2 RBI double in the last half inning, still on the mind of both these teams. J.C. Brager able to have a 2 RBI hit of their own to tie it right back up.
That was a hard play to try to make over there by Josh Sheldon. Just one of those that just hugs the baseline just on the inside of it. They'll bring up Gage Frederick. So now your new mindset is no longer let's try to close this out for a win. Is try to survive and try to give your bats another chance. The winning run is now on second for J.C. Brager. As a strike is called, 0-1. Yankton has been out hit 12-6 so far in this game. It's Yankton's base running that's really been the difference. And this one is lifted right in front of the Yankton dugout. And Grotenheis able to get there in time and catches it at the fence for the out. Huge play for Yankton's defense. So who will be coming up for Yankton in the event that happens? It'll be Drew Reichen, Cody Oswald, Jason McCorkle, and Josh Sheldon. A pretty good portion of the lineup as well. Now to get through here in the bottom of inning number 7 at the plate, Sawyer Bukowski, and he takes a strike, 0-1. 2 away, tied up at 6. Bottom of inning number 7. Yankton again, the away team in this championship game is the number 2 seed coming out of the Yankton pool, but the winning run leading off second base. 0-1. Ball misses low and inside, 1-1 count. just interesting how fast momentum can change in any sport, including baseball.
It really is something as simple as a bloop and a drive. Think about how earlier on in this inning, there was that bloop to right field that kind of landed just out of reach of Skelhaus, just out of reach of Sheldon, or Grotenhuis, excuse me. So that's how we've been around here this inning.
And the 1-2. In the dirt, blocked by McCorkle, brings count even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Winning run on second. Drake will step off the mound and wipe off his hands. We'll step off again.
It's a crucial moment here for Reichen in a 2-2 count with 2 down. Put 1 by him and it's over.
And it's a chopper back to Drew Reichen on the mound. Gloves it. The throw over to first. It's kind of a lob, but it is in time, and I mean barely. As the throw gets there, I think Drew Reichen just wanted to make sure it was accurate going across the diamond. It is gloved, so a 1-3 put out for Sawyer Bukowski. And that comes on 2 hits and 2 runs. And how many are left on base, Brayden?
2.
2 left on base. Sorry. I always forget to look at that. 2 runners left on base as we're going into extras here in the Kyle Mueller Classic Championship. Yankton Bats coming up.
Gift cards are great things to give as gifts. But when someone tells you you need to use a gift card to pay for something you owe, like utilities, taxes, and other fees, red flags should go off, and it should cause you to stop and think. Most legitimate companies will never tell you to pay with a gift card. Before you go to purchase these gift cards, please call Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986 and let them check things out for you so you're not out of your hard-earned money.
At Triple Time Rudy's, you get convenient access to quality fuel products. Plus, you'll also find quality South Dakota products like Dimmock cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. With a local-friendly feel and unique product offering, Triple Time Rudy's is your local convenience store that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all of your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, pull into Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
Extra inning baseball, why not? Here at the Kyle Mueller Classic Championship game at Riverside Field. Yankton put up 2 runs in the top of the 7th, coming from a Lucas Kamshoff 2 RBI double, and then it went around. Really appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. All right, so we did succeed in our KYNT Hot Dog Appreciation Program, and Dave Spencer of the Yankton Optimist Club just brought us up some hot dogs. Brayden, I told you it would work, and it has. Here we go.
See, Mom, complaining does get me places.
All right, back to baseball. Because we're an extra inning championship game baseball. We're so focused on our hot dogs at this point.
Oh, man. It's a very good baseball game in front of us right now. 6-6 in extra innings is Drew Reichen trying to work out here.
As I was saying, 2 runs at the top of the 7th, and then J.C. Brager answer, but Drew Reichen's going to answer with a base hit down the third baseline. He's digging for 2. Here he goes. Here's the throw. And he's there standing up as the throw went off to the left. A leadoff double for Yankton. Here we go. Drew Reichen, leadoff double. So now the go-ahead run in scoring position for Cody Oswald. And Oswald in this game. A double is grounded out to second and popped out to second. And just takes 1 swing from Cody Oswald. Frederick delivers. Pitch on the outside for a strike, 0-1. Thanks again to the Yankton Morning Optimist Club. Not just for the hot dogs, but for everything they do for the Yankton community.
Yeah, they've been working the concessions all during the Kyle Mueller Classic. They've been some great people. I talked to one of them a little earlier when I was getting myself a Coke before the game.
And a chopper from Cody Oswald goes down the right field line. It's past first base. That will score Drew Reichen. A go-ahead double for Cody Oswald. Using his speed to turn just anyone else would have to be a single. He stretches that. is an RBI double as he pumps his fist toward the Yankton dugout. There's the momentum. Brayden starting to creep back to the Yankton side.
For a game that seemed to be in 3-inning swings early on, the first 3 innings really in favor of J.C. Brager, the next 3 in favor of Yankton, we now have half-inning swings where every half inning it seems the team that's at bat is trying their best to put this game out of reach and end it.
Jason McCorkle at the bat has a sacrifice RBI as well as a single in this game. Showing bunt, he puts it down beautifully. Frederick fields it, throws over to first. Kind of a low throw and is scooped up over there by Klaus. But the runner does advance, the runner being Cody Oswald from second to third. And that will bring up Josh Sheldon. Josh Sheldon grounded out to a third and singled so far in this game, as well as a strikeout his last at-bat.
You know Sheldon wants to double the lead here.
This has definitely been championship baseball here today. And Frederick delivers ball on the outside. 1-0. And a pitch hits back into the net from Sheldon. Brings the count even at 1. Cody Oswald will be dancing off of third. Yankton leading 7-6. Top of the 8th. See, I did it again, Brayden. Throws me off. Top of the 8th. Here the championship game of the Kyle Mueller Classic. It's a 1-1 count to Sheldon. One away. Frederick checking Oswald over at third and delivers. Showing bunt. Sheldon gets it down. Another successful bunt as Cody Oswald comes across to score. Yankton leads 8-6.
The absolute most perfect bunt Sheldon could have had there. The third baseman, Baxter, was just going to let it try to roll out down the left field line for a foul tip, and it came to rest just in front of the third base bag in fair territory. Absolutely perfectly executed. Maybe a little bit of luck on it as well, but great play by Josh Sheldon. He finds his way to first and gives Yankton a 2-run lead.
Well, the amount of bad luck the Yankton was running into with some hard hit balls, about time the luck started going their way. Sheldon leading off first, as you said, 1 away. And showing bunt now is Isaiah Skelhaas, and then he'll draw it back, and that'll be a called strike on the outside, 0-1. And a 1-0 count. Frederick steps off the mound, tries to get Sheldon to slide back into the bag, and he does so.
Didn't take his eyes off of Sheldon for most of the time after the throw over either.
Skelhaas puts on a successful bunt. And Frederick tries to field this one. It'll be not in time. An infield single. Everyone from J.C. Brager throws up their arms, but I'm pretty sure we have the benefit of replay, and I'm pretty sure I can tell you he was safe. So 2 runners on for Yankton now, and Mac Reichen coming to the plate. He singled in his last at-bat, last inning.
It's one of those plays at first that you're never going to please both parties because they're both going to feel that they've been wrong. Either one is going to feel like they've been wronged, but close play at first goes Yankton's way.
Mac Reichen scorches one out to left, right into the left fielder's glove of Philip Rushman, and that's 2 away. Mac must be thinking, even during this moment, like even now, during the momentum, this is going to happen to me. A well-hit ball right into a fielder. But that is, it lines out to left, brings up Rugby Reichen.
Stuff like that always swings back the other way. Mac will start finding the holes in the defense down the stretch here in the season. No need to worry about him.
First pitch to Rugby. It's past the catcher, and both runners advance 90 feet. Knowing how aggressive this team is running, I'm surprised both of them didn't take off for home. 180 feet away.
Skelhaas takes off from second base. Wait a minute.
full intentions to take home plate. No, but a 1-0 count to Rugby Reichen. Again, your score 8-6 Yankton, top of inning number 8. Yankton being the away team in this scenario. 2 away, 2 runners in scoring position. Here is the 1-0. Miss outside, brings the count to 2-0. And even the throw back to the pitcher to Frederick. Okay, so this is the perfect example, Brayden. For those listening only, Frederick got the ball back from the catcher, bobbled it, and you could just feel the tension across the entire team as Sheldon was dancing off of third. That's how aggressive Yankton has been. You never know when they'll take off. Here's the 2-0. And Rugby may have just popped this one out to shallow center, and he did. It is gloved. But what another half inning for Yankton. 4 hits and 2 runs and 2 runners left on for Yankton post 12. Now Yankton again 3 outs away from taking the Kyle Mueller Classic Championship here at Riverside Field. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Truxedo, a real truck company, has new job opportunities for you. We are searching for motivated candidates to fill a variety of roles, including production roles on our weekday and weekend shifts, as well as an industrial engineer, shipping clerk, and receiving supervisor. Truxedo offers a positive and team-oriented environment with many perks and benefits. Come seek the new opportunities Truxedo has for you. Visit realtruck.com/careers for more information and to apply.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
And welcome back to Riverside Field. This is Bryce Ladwig. Not gonna lie to you, I just ate an entire hot dog.
Yep, same. Anyway.
Yankton 3 outs away from taking the Kyle Mueller Classic Championship. And Drew Reichen still on the mound for Yankton. Spikes the ball in the opposite batter's box. 1-0 count. At the plate, it is Gavin Klaus. He's had a good game. 2 hits so far, trying to make it 3.
He also brought in a run in the second inning.
Hits this one deep out to left, right in front of the warning track. Rugby will settle under it and glove it. 2 outs away. Now bring up Devin Waller.
No, it probably wasn't in Coach Drew Lawrence's plans for Drew Reichen to go another inning on the mound, but I don't think you're going to really be able to pull him off in this situation.
I think at this point, the way this game has gone, that he would allow Drew to go 150 pitches if he had to.
I don't think the rule book would, but I think Coach Lawrence would.
He 105. My bad. I say 150.
Same numbers, different formation.
And this one is popped out to shallow right center. Isaiah Skelhaas under it. Yankton's 1 out away.
Next up to bat is number 7, Owen Baxter.
And then it brings up Owen Baxter. Baxter so far, a fly out to center, a walk, a fly out to right, and a ground out to first. Oh, and he's fielded like 15 grounders by Yankton over at third today.
It's been
hard
the hot,
ones, too.
It's definitely been the hot corner today.
First pitch from Drew Reichen to Baxter. Ball missing outside, 1-0. Strike low, brings it out to 1-1. And the 1-1 from Drew Reichen. It's a chopper. Sheldon has it. The throw over to Grotenhuis off his glove and out of the baseline. And the runner will be on. It'll be an error. I believe they're going to assess that to Sheldon.
I think they're going to call it on the throw.
It's a pretty difficult play for Grotenhuis to make. Moving off to his right side, kind of into the baseline area. So we'll see how they officially scored, obviously, an error, and they're going to call it on... No, they are going to call it on Cooper Grotenius. I have been humbled. But that brings up Philip Rushman. He has an RBI in the game and a base hit. He was hit by pitch his last at-bat.
You'd be proud of me. I bit my tongue on that one. You have been humbled. I had a joke in mind, but I kept it.
Oh, sure. Just yes. Pitch misses high, 1-1 count. Drew Reichen facing off against Rushman. Pitch hits the outside. 1-2 count. Yankton 1 strike or 1 out away from taking the 2023 Kyle Mueller Classic. The 1-2. Lifted out towards shallow right. Under it. Sheldon. And Yankton is the champions of the 2023 Kyle Mueller Classic. Here at Riverside Field, congratulations to Yankton Post 12. What a tournament. They defeat J.C. Brager and exact a little revenge against the team from Lincoln Southeast with an 8-6 score. Again, Yankton Post 12 is your Kyle Mueller Classic champions here today. It's been a grueling 3 days and a very enjoyable 3 days of baseball for all teams, but Yankton comes out on top, Brayden.
And what a game. What a performance. Very gutsy, to say the least, in those last couple of innings. Like I said earlier on, J.C. Brager was in control through the first 3 innings. 3 straight shutout innings put on by the Yankton defense, and you got to give the man his flowers. Christian Weir on the mound really propelled this team. They got the bats going when they needed to. Great performance by Yankton Post 12 all around, and congratulations on being the 2023 Kyle Mueller Classic champions.
All right, we will take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to Coach Drew Lawrence in the post game here at the Kyle Mueller Classic. Congratulations again to Yankton Post 12, defeating J.C. Brager 8-6 and taking the championship. We'll be back at the Yankton Rexall post game show.
Ease and confidence should be at the top of our minds when it comes to banking. But if your finances are clouding your future, call First Dakota National Bank. Supporting our local communities since 1872, we're here to help with personal, business, and ag banking solutions. We're ready to dream big alongside you. Whatever your financial needs or goals, First Dakota is ready to help. Member FDIC.
Oh, Sheboygan, I just can't get you off my mind.
Picnics, family reunions, cookouts, all activities that are a part of this time of the year. And nothing goes better with your get-together than Sheboygan brats, sausages, wieners, and all-beef hot dogs. Get Sheboygan at your local Hy-Vee today. Produced with pride at Simple Meats in Yankton.
The way it tastes is simply divine. I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan.
Everyone deserves a competent, compassionate, comfortable medical team. At Yankton Medical Clinic PC, we are your medical team. We know you. We know your medical history and work together to help solve your medical puzzle. With all your medical history in one chart, our physicians truly know you and provide continuity of care. The team at Yankton Medical Clinic facilitates access and communication with specialists on your behalf. At Yankton Medical Clinic, we really do provide so much care, so close to home. Learn more at yanktonmedicalclinic.com.
So, you need a new vehicle. What's the best vehicle for you? Where do you get financing? What's your trade worth? Answer all these questions and more at BillionAuto.com. You can compare 16 new car brands and thousands of used vehicles, all in the palm of your hand at BillionAuto.com. Plus, estimate the trade value of your vehicle in 2 easy steps. It's car buying made easy. Apply for credit pre-approval at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted, not all approved.
FNBO is the great big small bank, and for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com, member FDIC.
Hello, here's to welcoming moments, big and small, embracing the unexpected, savoring life.
At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, ready for anything. We listen to your goals and help you achieve them with care and coverage. We'll move you forward through sickness and health and every milestone in between. Avera, moving health forward. Learn more at avera.org/forward.
Make sure your grass is always greener with a new John Deere mower from your local C&B. Big or small, let the experts at C&B help you find the mower or utility tractor that'll help you get the job done right. Stop in and check out the John Deere Z-Track mowers or take a load off with a new utility tractor with attachments available to help you with projects of all sizes. Go green this spring at C&B. Learn more about available offers at DeereEquipment.com. That's DEER Equipment.com.
Whether it's to watch the game, eat out with family, or grab lunch with friends, Checkers Sports Bar and Grill is everyone's favorite place to eat. Checkers' menu has mouth-watering burgers, satisfying sandwiches and wraps, and of course, wings. With 18 specialty wing flavors, there's a sauce for everyone. Like to mix it up? Try their sauce of the month. Head to Checkers Tuesday to Thursday, 4 to 11, and Friday to Sunday, 11 to 11. On Walnut, just north of 4th Street in Yankton.
For work or play, JJ Benji's has got you covered.
JJ Benji's can help your company or business with the right look for employees.
Logoed clothing for casual Fridays, new employees, or daily wear.
The latest styles and materials. Give your team the look you want.
Speaking of team, if you watch the Bucks, Gazelles, or Lancers play,
JJ Benji's is filled with a variety of gear in stock.
For fans from infants to grandparents.
JJ Benji's, 201 Pine Street, Yankton.
For work or play, let JJ Benji's make you look good.
Yankton, your 2023 Kyle Mueller Classic champions. Welcome to the Yankton Rexall postgame show. And we will have our postgame coach interview brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. What timing is that? Coach Drew Lawrence joins us. Coach, congratulations. Yankton winners of the 2023 Kyle Mueller Classic. Really congratulations. And how much more does it mean being a Kyle Mueller, Yankton native, and winning the Classic here at home?
Yeah, it's cool. We haven't won it in a couple of years, so it's really good. The team we just beat has won it the last couple, so it's good to take it from them, especially with the type of ball club that they have. They're very talented, but we had a little too much talking on their end, so it was good for them to get humbled a little bit.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. And as you said, a little bit of a revenge, not pool play even, but also just last year's championship game as well. Love to see it. If we go over every single great thing that happened today, we'll be here for a couple hours. But again, Mark Cottle went out in the first. Do you have an update on him? But then also, I'll go ahead and lead you into talking a little bit about Christian Weir. I don't think he was expecting to come in to pitch right away.
Christian was ready to pitch, just not right there. Yeah. So Mark, I think, is going to be okay. He wanted to stay in the game, but we're at the beginning of June. So I had to force him out of the game. He took it right off the forearm, which is good because if it didn't hit his forearm, it was going to hit his face. So that was a good thing for him to be able to block that, and we just figured, let's get him out now. Like, we don't need to prolong this. And, credit to Christian. Like, it's not easy doing that. Like, we've done it a couple times with young kids, and it's never easy. A kid on the Black Sox team that comes in and throws for us and throws strikes and gets outs for us. It was big by him, and he was ready for the moment. Super proud of him. He has worked really hard. And you don't get the recognition that you do when you're on Legion, and I get all that. But he's worked hard, so he jumped at the opportunity when I texted him last night. So he did great. Now, that only works, too, if you have a good group of seniors. Like, it was hard to tell throughout the game, probably, but they were going up, talking to him, making sure he knew exactly what we were doing because there's different terminology. Our seniors were phenomenal. Mac Reichen, Drew Reichen, those guys in the infield that were talking him through it, making sure he got it. So our leaders are great, and that was what helped us propel us.
Yeah, the energy you can feel coming from the dugout. That's every game, but there's something special about this game. I know Cooper Grote-Nice is talking a lot, as well as Jason McCorkle. Those are guys that we always look down there when we hear something funny. And it always seems to be those two, amongst others, being very loud and proud of this team, the energy.
Well, it's great that you brought that up, and I wish I would have before you. But you know, our talks after games is if you don't play this game, we still need you. Like, we need everyone from Legion all the way down to Reds, and we need you in the dugout. And Cooper and those guys have been so good about that. All those guys that haven't been playing and well, they have been playing, but they didn't play today. They jump in there and they keep us going. They absolutely keep us going. So we don't win that game without them, you know. And then we have to bring Cooper in the game, and he's ready to go. He's ready to be able to play, and that's, again, it's a credit to these kids, their resiliency and able to do that. But yeah, it was a fun day.
Yeah, and you're saying the definition of stepping up, whether it's Weir or any player that may be coming off the bench in certain situations, it's been something that's been impressive all season. We've talked about base running all classic long, and that was just going to show again today. See, the one thing I noticed, Coach, didn't even really happen, but it was when Frederick was on the mound, and Oswald was on third. It was near the end of the game. It was a simple just toss back to the pitcher. He bobbled it, but you could tell when he bobbled it and he saw the ball go to the ground.
Yeah, we're ready.
Everyone freaked out
Yep.
on the diamond.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of effect that base running has had.
Yeah, it puts pressure on you. It always puts pressure on you. And we took a base. We stole home to score our first run of the game.
Oh, you don't think that's on my list?
I mean, you know, and Mac was the one who talked me into it. I don't know if he had to talk me into it much, but he's like, hey, he's lobbing it back. And I said, let me see a pitch. And then I saw it. I go, it's your call, bud. Like, he's a senior. I'm going to if he thinks he can make it, go for it. So that was all Mac. Mac did that all on his own. But, yeah, Cody we're always paying attention. We're always ready to steal bases. We're always ready to pick them up. And it puts pressure on the defense, and that's what helps us, you know, keep going.
So Mac Rackett stealing home, we talked about that. 6 players, 7 RBIs, and the reason I bring that up is just, and you can talk about obviously Cody Oswald's double in the last inning, and then Lucas Kampshoff's monster double for 2 RBIs back in the 7th.
It was take the lead in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, and see, us being the away team today, it throws me off.
Yeah. Lucas's hit was massive. I mean, we had crawled back. We were down 4-1, and we just crawled back. Got to run here, got to run there, and then we tied it. And then they bring a reliever in who had some velocity. He could bring it a little bit, and I think Lucas jumped on the first pitch. First pitch, just boom, right out to right center. It was about 3/4 up the fence. I was hoping it would go over and we get one more run, but it didn't. But it was huge. And then we give up 2. And, you know, we weren't planning on going to Drew Reichen at any point in this tournament. But when Coach Creer and I were sitting down there talking, and, you know, this is a state tournament feel. We're trying to treat a lot of these tournaments as a state tournament. Like, we're already in. So it's a state tournament. We're going to go and win this game. So I talked to Drew, and Drew's like, yeah, put me in. I'm ready to go. Which is great because he's still pitching on Tuesday because he was able to keep his pitches low. But, yeah, that's what we wanted. I mean, we had some big hits. Cody, I mean, you can go down the line. That Josh's bunt to score Oswald on the
The multitude of bunts.
Yeah, we kind of switched it back on JC because that's what they do, right? So we were going to bunt on them and see if they could defend it as well as they make other people defend it. So a lot of big plays. Fun game. It was a really fun game.
And you talk defense. Sorry to keep you a little longer, but, you know, this is a big game here. Yep. And you talk about defense. There was one game, and was it against Brager? Maybe that there were a lot of errors between both teams. Maybe it was against York. I can't remember which one.
It was someone else besides Brager. Go ahead.
Yeah, but a lot of errors. It was just kind of a rough fielding day for both teams. But the rest of the Classic, including this game, some great defense from your team.
Yeah, and that's what that's usually, you know, the standard. Not only in the infield, but the outfield. Like, our outfield has probably got to be the fastest in the state. You got Cody Oswald, Rugby, and then sometimes you put Mac or Isaiah out there. It doesn't matter. The ball's in the air. We think it's going to be caught. So it's really an advantage. That ball that Cody caught at the warning track there in straightaway center, like, I could tell by the way he was going to catch it by the way he was running. Yep. Like, it was just jogging. I'm going to go get this. And our infield was phenomenal today. We got a lot of outs. Did a great job, and, you know, that's what we're used to. So sometimes we kind of take it for granted as coaching staff that we're so used to it, so that when it doesn't happen like it did in the one game, we're a little perplexed, I would say.
A couple more giant throws, because now that we're talking, more things are coming to my mind about this game. We'll get you out of here, I promise.
Yeah.
But Cody Oswald, I can't remember which inning, but keeping a runner at second, that was a big deal. But obviously the missile from left, Rugby, getting the tag out at third.
Yeah, it's fun to watch that quarterback throw a ball, right? Like, Rugby will pick and choose when he wants to really fire that ball, and he knows if he has a chance, he's going to get it, and that was right on the money. It wasn't even close. That was massive, and you know, our guys able to keep guys at base and at bay because we're able to stop runners, stop base runners where they're at so they don't advance, which is something we like to do on offense. We like to take bases, so we know that that's a huge advantage for us, so we're going to try and make sure it's not an advantage for another team.
All right, we'll get you out of here Tuesday at Watertown, right?
Yep, Tuesday at Watertown. We'll go up there. You know, we used a lot of pitching this weekend, so we'll see how it goes. But we wanted to make sure we got this game, and we're going to treat it like a state tournament. So whatever happens in Watertown's happens.
Kyle Mueller Classic champions, congratulations, Coach. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, I appreciate the coverage.
All right, let's Coach Drew Lawrence. We'll come back and continue here on the Yankton Rexall postgame show.
When I'm looking for inspiration, I find it playing ukulele. Music inspires me to be bold and self-expressive. It teaches me how to turn life experiences into art and find new ways to connect with those around me. How do you show your imaginative side? Schedule your campus visit to Mount Marty University at showyourspiritmmu.com.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966, and with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
Throw another burger on the grill because barbecue season has arrived. It's up at the lake, out in the park, and right here in Yankton. Get the family together and head down to Lewis and Clark Lake to make the most of these summer days while they last. On your way, stop by Shop Easy, south of Yankton, for everything you need, from snacks to drinks to paper plates. Barbecue season, powered locally at Cenex. Shop Easy, owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation, is open 24 hours for your convenience.
When you need to be sure, make it Sherco. For over 40 years, Sherco has been revolutionizing the tarping industry. From the original Sherlock side-to-side roll tarp to the 4500 series electric tarp to the ProTrap electric hoppers, Sherco has been exceeding the needs of farms and fleets across the U.S. and beyond. When only the best will do, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us online at Sherco.com. Make it Sherco.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please move forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Sports injuries can be the result of competitive activities, but can also happen by just participating in leisure activities too. If you're experiencing pain as the result of your chosen activity, consider chiropractic care. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. We have experienced chiropractors that work with sports injuries every day. Our treatment options are aimed to minimize pain, reduce recovery time, and reduce risk of future injuries. Visit First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
And welcome back to the Yankton Rexall post-game show. Thanks to Coach Drew Lawrence for joining us for an extended post-game talk. I think it's the longest post-game him and I have had except for the end of playoffs. As, there's a lot to talk about. And appreciate him taking the time. Very excited, Coach Drew Lawrence. And even I say that, though, also very stoic at many times as Coach Drew Lawrence. They could have won state, I'm pretty sure. And he'd be smiling and happy, but he just goes on about his day. And I actually really appreciate it. It's pretty nice. And thanks to him for joining us here in the KYNT booth. All right, let's go into our stats review brought to you by Culligan. Rent a Culligan water system for $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. To schedule your free in-home water test and consultation, visit CulliganYankton.com. All right, do we have stats for you? Yes, we do. Let's go through the line score. Yankton started us off with a run in the top of the first, and then J.C. Brager 2 runs in the bottom of the first. Yankton took the lead again, or she tied it up in the top of the second, 2-2 score. J.C. Brager a run in the bottom of the second to take the 3-2 lead, and then they extended it to 4-2 in the bottom of the third. No score in the fourth, and then Yankton cut it to a 1-run lead, scoring 1 in the top of the fifth. So it's 4-3 entering the top of the sixth. That's where Yankton would strike again, knotting it up at 4 apiece. And then Yankton in the top of the 7th, a Lucas Kamshoff booming RBI, 2 RBI double off the fence, gave Yankton a 6-4 lead. And Yankton would just need 3 outs. They couldn't quite get that done. And J.C. Brager answered 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th. So now we're knotted up at 6 going into the top of the 8th in extra innings. And then Cody Oswald, amongst others, put some runs across. And that was the final 8-6 as Yankton got the final 3 outs in the bottom of the 8th. So Yankton wins 8-6 on the day. Had 10 hits to J.C. Brager's 11, and each committed 2 errors. Pitching-wise, I'll start with, quote-unquote, the home team, J.C. Brager, and that was Colton Horn throwing 6 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. And Gage Frederick came in, pitched 2 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Taking the loss was Gage Frederick. Pitching for Yankton, Mark Cottle came in and pitched the first 2/3 of an inning. You just heard Coach Drew Lawrence talk about how worried he was as Mark Cottle was hit with a comebacker, and it was really solid comebacker on the mound. And wish him the best. And it sounds like, as far as seriousness, sounds like he is okay. And just hope baseball-wise then he'll be okay here in the near future. But he gave 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk. And then here is the thing. So Christian Weir, who is a member of the Yankton Black Sox, which is the 16 under team. I'm 99%. I'm sorry. I get those names sometimes backwards, but he's part of the 16 under team. Comes in, kind of like a call-up, for a classic. May need some extra bodies. Comes in and has earned that spot, as you heard Coach Drew Lawrence say. Pitched 5 2/3, gave up 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, and a strikeout. But most importantly, he held things down for Yankton. That's what mattered. He just held things down and ate those innings for Yankton to get to the finish line. So good job by him. Congratulations on a very successful Yankton Post-12 Legion debut. Drew Reichen came in and was going to shut things down in the 7th with runners on, and pitched 1 2/3 total, 1 hit, and that was his line. He took the win for Yankton. And then hitting-wise, we'll start with J.C. Brager. Klaus was 2 for 5 with a run and an RBI. Lawler was 0 for 3 with a run and 2 walks drawn. Baxter was 0 for 4, 1 run scored and a walk. Rushman 1 for 3, 1 run and an RBI. Fleeg 3 for 4, 1 run, 2 RBIs. And Lashley 0 for 3. Volp 2 for 4, 1 run, 2 RBIs. Frederick 2 for 4. And Bukowski 1 for 4. For Yankton. All right, here we go. Take a breath. From the top, Mac Reichen, 1 for 3, 2 runs, an RBI, and a walk. Rugby Reichen, 0 for 4, did score a run and drew a walk. Lucas Kamshoff, 1 for 3, a run, 2 RBIs, and a walk. Cooper Grotnes came in and scored a run. And Matthew Sheldon, 0 for 4, 1 RBI. Drew Reichen, 2 for 4, 1 run. Cody Oswald, 2 for 4, 2 runs, 1 RBI. Jason McCorkle, 1 for 2 and an RBI. Josh Sheldon, 2 for 4, an RBI. And Isaiah Scalhouse, 1 for 3. And so that was 6 players, 7 RBIs for Yankton. Let's jump into your awards of the game and start with Defensive Player of the Game, brought to you by Olson's Pest Technicians. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS, your residential and commercial pest control solutions. And I think we're going to have to go with Christian Weir. When you come into that situation and pitching his defense, we try to give it to position players most time, unless there's just an outstanding performance on the mound. And, well, he deserves it. Christian Weir is our defensive player of the game, just coming in that situation. We heard Coach Drew Lawrence say that he was ready, but it was just when his number was called, Brayden, he really stepped up into that position.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I mean, kid like that coming up from the Black Sox to make plays like that in the championship rounds of the Kyle Mueller Classic. Obviously, it's a big moment for him. It's something that he might hold his head a little bit higher for the time being, knowing that build his confidence off of that. To be exciting to see how he grows and develops with this team. If he stays up with the Legion every now and then, I know obviously with the Lewis and Clark Classic coming up next weekend, it's a heavily congested schedule, so we'll see if he stays up with the senior team for a little bit, but obviously he's got a good future in Legion baseball.
And our offensive player of the game brought to you by Hy-Vee. It was a helpful smile in every aisle. Brayden, Yankton? I don't know, but I'm going to have to go ahead, just to be fair, go down and you find a stat that really stands out to the rest, right? Or a moment, if you will. And, leading RBIs was Lucas Kampshoff, and he also had the most prolific hit of the game, and that was that 2 RBI double, which was huge for Yankton. So he is our offensive player of the game, Lucas Kampshoff, the DH in today's contest. And what else to go through? Well, we have our out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door. Specialized in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Doors, your local authorized Clopay dealer. Brayden, to put you on the spot, do you remember J.C. Brager? They defeated Norfolk. Do you remember that final score?
That was a 4-1 game that ended. It was the opening game of today, the championship round.
So 4-1 in the semis number 1. And then it was Yankton versus Elk Point Jefferson. And Yankton put up 8. It was an 8-0 shutout. And then our championship, of course, today, 8-6 in favor of Yankton Post 12. That is your out-of-town scoreboard. We're very much in town at that point. And our post-game coach interview, we already went through that, brought to you by Ron West on State Farm Insurance. Brayden, Yankton Post 12 is the champions of the Kyle Mueller Classic. We'll wrap things up when we take a break here from Riverside Field.
This sports season, keep your athlete hydrated with sparkling ice. Choose from a rainbow of colors and flavors, each sourced from nature with vitamins, antioxidants, and zero sugar. Sparkling ice. Tease your taste buds with tropical flavor. And rehydrate with Prime Hydration. The perfect combination of flavor and function, changing how you refresh, replenish, and refuel. With 5 awesome flavors and no added sugar, you're getting the taste you want without anything you don't. Prime Hydration, the perfect boost for every endeavor.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
And welcome back to the Yankton Rexall post-game show. And that's a wrap. 8-6. Yankton is the Kyle Mueller Classic champions, and congratulations to Yankton on that accomplishment. It's always nice to win your home tournaments, Brayden, especially for what it means to this Yankton community.
You know, obviously this is in honor of Kyle Mueller, who passed away in 2019 in a car accident. So it's always great to see a community kind of get together, rally around a guy who was obviously meant a lot to a lot of people. To always have this kind of showcase for him every single summer. As a guy who is kind of a new transplant to the area, just started working at KYNT last year, started getting in the area around the same time. It's nice to see a community come together like this already. It makes you really fall in love with the place early on in my tenure here.
Well, good. Also helps Yankton wins, and that is the case today. An 8-6 victory of the Kyle Mueller Classic, defeating J.C. Brager of all teams, a team that's come in here and dominated the last few years. And it's J.C. Brager is starting to have an O'Gorman feel to it when they play here. Brayden, I've known for years now, right? But you're kind of sensing that too in your first year. They chirp a lot to each other, players. Sometimes staff, crowd, everyone fans, everyone gets involved, and it's a very healthy rivalry for sure.
If fans brought their dogs to the game and one has like a Yankton handkerchief and one has a Brager handkerchief, the dogs all of a sudden don't like each other. But that just breeds good baseball. I know it's a healthy rivalry between these two teams. They don't face each other that often, but consistently in the Lewis and Clark Classic, the last 2 years now they've met in the championship game. So
the Kyle Mueller, but yeah,
what I call it the Lewis and Clark.
Hey, I don't blame you, because they're so close to each other.
That's literally next weekend. We got to do this again, and I'm all for it. I'm ready.
Yeah, don't forget, Lewis and Clark tournament next weekend, but Yankton does travel to Watertown on Tuesday and check in on KYNT1450.com for those results, or the KYNT morning show with Jeff Erickson. He'll have those results for you, I guess, Wednesday morning for the Tuesday matchups. And
I bet the poor sap who writes those doesn't get them in until pretty late at night.
Yeah, his name is Brayden Butler.
I do my service. Yeah, they get done kind of late, I'm not going to lie. But they get done when they're needed.
But they get done. All right, well, we are going to be not sticking around because I want to go home just like everyone else, and I think you do as well. But I am very thankful for a great 3 days of baseball. One last time, Yankton is your 2023 Kyle Mueller Classic champions, defeating J.C. Brager 8-6 in a classic. I'm not just saying that because of that word. It really was a classic showcase here in the championship game. For Brayden Butler, I'm Bryce Ladwig. Thanks to Scotty Borman, our KYNT studio producer, our sponsors making this possible. This has been Post 12 Legion Baseball from Riverside Field on KYNT, KYNTV. Good night.